Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the NJCAAE National Playoffs. Here we got some Marvel rivals with the gold team of MCC. I'm your host, Alex Belcher, and I have my lovely co-host, Kent. Hi. Hi. Did it. I'm so proud of you.
Anyways, we have Rocket and Squirrel Gold.
We do have Rocket and Squirrel band already. This is our semifinals match here, MCCC Gold, going up against the Mustangs' third team. I think this is their main JV team. They have two bracket, or they have three teams bracket. We see the Squirrel Girl band and the Rocket band. We get a CD and a hella pick. Protect. Hey,
It's fine.
I'm gonna.
Picking is implying.
Okay,
Gonna play.
but they have the pick. I'm
Well,
technically.
they protected the pick.
They protected the. Now the Mustangs are looking for their second ban. They're gonna ban Banner. Makes sense. Yeah.
But okay, it's banned.
Loki gets banned. Another strong character. The flags are so.
Enough flag. The room. Get them correct.
I'm just gonna do this entire stream.
Yes.
Guys, we got my Jeff the Shark. Look how happy he is.
Jeffy.
Jeffy Poo. Looking for their next. Oh, see, it says pick. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it says they picked. They picked Human Torch. That's very interesting. Wouldn't you say?
They picked the protect.
They protect the Human Torch to protect, and now the Mustangs are gonna look to protect. Who do you pick? Any character in the game right now. Holt? Well, they banned Holt.
No, that's Bruce Banner.
Oh, true. True. Wait, they could protect Holt. Oh, they protect Magneto.
I am just spitting the facts.
Facts. Their last ban from the Mustangs. All right, pick another character. That's not Hulk. You already picked Hulk. Luna Snow. Okay, I could see that. Storm. Okay, smart. Getting rid of the Human Torch team up.
It doesn't need it.
He really doesn't need it, to be fair. But Mr. Fantastic gets banned.
Oh, it's not gonna.
But we have Mrs. Fantastic. Visible Woman.
Yeah, it's not the same.
And we have Human Torch, aka Mr. Fire Fan.
Yeah, but
and the Thing is here too.
Does any of those characters say feeling fantastic?
Benjamin J. Grim.
Oh, yeah, that is.
But he's not on my screen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm getting a phone call. Yeah, we are starting off on Midtown here.
Kind of a mid.
Kind of a mid map. I do like me some mid.
New York is just
middling of New York here. Okay, we're looking at a classic Johnny Storm match here. We got the Invisible Woman to assist. Oh yes,
you see, let them see the health.
I suppose they can see the health bar. I mean that.
Yeah, just provide.
They don't need it.
Just provide good health here.
Healthcare here. Yeah, we've got some Moon Knight action too. Moon Knight became a very strong character after he got buffed here.
Right click gives.
Does, and the Talons are better now on his ult. See how it works out here. You've got the Mustangs running out on a group mag comp here, also running this torch. Let's see if they do see the torch 1v1. Ella coming out for the side from Magni YouTube. That channel actually exists.
Maybe.
There's a high chance.
I'm not gonna check.
I'm not gonna check it out either. Ooh, they got Logan here, Mr. Wolverine.
Yeah, we see Ethan just raining down this fire on them.
Trying to do some big damage, farming some ult charge here. The Wolverine whiffs yet again. This is very sad to see as a Wolf player. Oh, shots. Oh, the moon haunts you already. Gonna look to get rid of the tanks here. We go get the Groot. Huge pick here.
Yeah.
Oh, Ratman gets caught out by the Wolverine and gets taken down by Mango.
The CDO comes out from the Mustangs. And Magnum just gonna get multiple picks there. MCC gonna have to back out.
They gotta back out here. Can't look the stagger. Dark Viper's doing his best to weave all over the place. Sneaky and My Real Dad are... Oh, no, that's Clannon. Apologies. Andrew, go for it. Trying to play with his Moon Knight, make sure he stays alive. For the good time to push. Oh, the Group gets staggered again. Or not,
Anyways,
he gets
Invisible for Andrew. You see if he's going to help stay contesting. He does.
We also have the fire tornadoes here looking to do big damage. They're already gone, but the Groot ult is huge with
Another Moon Knight.
The moon haunts you.
Ratman getting for
That's a team wipe. That's a team wipe.
for MCC.
Little Jim Bob falls to a Magneto right click while who is it? The Invisible Woman got slammed by Johnny Storm.
Yeah, Ratman coming out, getting a 4K, getting 2 with that strangling prison.
You know, Sneaky was just able to follow up with the Moon Knight ult, one of the best ult combos in the game. Some wall action right here.
Wall action indeed. Another CDL for the Mustangs coming out. Bearhoy's going up with the mag ult, gonna miss it on
The
the
Wolverine
CD.
pops his ult and gets huge value off it, taking up the entirety of the team. And yeah, it looks like this first point is gonna go to. Ooh, I paused it.
Pause.
I unpaused it. I didn't know I could do that. Now I've learned. What is the map? Trying to fast forward back to the present. Okay, we have fast forwarded back to the present. Going on to the second point here. No change-ups just yet. Very concerning because this Wolverine, you know, it may seem like he's not doing a whole lot, but I think he is doing a very good job at chipping away at Ratman's group. That is one of the best matchups in the
that
game.
rule is just going to continue annihilate Ratman on the group as he does do that percentage-based. I believe he's still the highest health hero, but the Moon Knight ult comes out, gets no one.
Got another
from
Invis
Sneaky.
ult from Mustangs. We'll go back to the main here. Oh, that group was so 1BC. Another
Struggling
group
Prison
up.
comes out.
Yeah, but the Hella ult is out too.
Gonna
Viper
roll himself off.
got 2 picks with his fire tornadoes. Full supports are down. The Hella is down from burn noises. It's just this mag trying to stagger him out while they can.
Yeah, MCC going to try and pressure this mag, who I would assume looking to wall them off of does.
Mango does escape. We're looking for a reset here. We've got both support ults live for MCC. Pacing those out will be detrimental until winning the second point.
Yeah, we see Ethan McGurr go on a little bit of a.
Ooh, yeah, we see the another support ult from the Mustangs. The
MCC going to put down double support ults. Ethan McGurr getting back to get up to full health and look to take the Invisible Woman off the board, and he does.
that's a good
But
pick.
Mustangs win this fight. Little Jim Bob going to go off, get a 4K right there.
Yeah, we didn't see it on the camera, but the group did use his strangling. Everyone was fodder to Wolf. Kind of just slice and dice in that prison.
Yeah, Andrew probably going to look to let you know he's just going to back out.
He was looking for the touch, but he figured it wasn't the best option right now. I think that's smart. You don't want to stagger while the rest of your team is down. Go third point.
Yeah, MCC going to look to hold the Mustangs right here in Fisk Tower.
They have to try their best. The Wolverine gets pulled yet again.
It's the passive burn. Going to be able to get out. Anyways, Ratman's going to have his Strangling Prison Burrs goes up with the Mago.
And boom! What a shot there!
He's going to slam dunk it on the Cloak and Dagger.
The Moon Knight gets pulled in by the Wolverine, but thanks to his team up with the Cloak and Dagger, he was able to survive thanks to that healing.
Yeah, going to pop that that little pocket of darkness. It's going to live throughout it.
We got a lot of ults online for both sides here.
Yeah, Mustangs still having 2 minutes remaining. Gonna be a long hold here for MCC as the Strangling Prison comes out. The
And the
Moon
Knight ult
haunts
as well. That's huge damage.
Sneaky
Getting
getting
3
3.
picks with that ultimate.
MCC gonna push up a bit, gonna look to take out little Jim Bob. Not gonna be able to.
Pause to get out of there as fast as possible. Go to. Let's watch some Elijah game.
We haven't watched him. Hey.
No, we not as much, but yeah. Let's see. I'm feeling the ult coming online soon.
Yeah, MCC gonna have 2 ults. Almost have that another mag ult. But the Mustangs have 5 ults. Gonna invest the CD ult right away. Well, MCC doesn't have the mag ult, but he goes up with it anyways. Mag ult from both team comes out, not getting anyone with any of them.
Both support ults being, I don't know. Sure. Oh, they burned the Hello ult as well.
Yeah, that Hello getting on low HP, gonna have to use that ult to just survive.
Yeah, not a lot of value after the ult after back.
Yeah, both teams trading picks here. The Invis ult comes out for the Mustangs, but the Fire Tornado is gonna be used by MCC here.
As much damage as he can. He can't do a whole lot in that Invis ult, but he's doing his damnedest.
They're gonna set up those pyro balls. The Wolf comes up to contest. Ethan gonna get the passive burned out. He's gonna get the Hello who came up to help.
Huge. He's gonna look to maybe get this mag as well. But Mag's got a bubble. CD's gonna keep him alive.
With that CD really low HP, able to get out.
They swapped off of the group to a Strange from the Mustang. Brunoise is getting another pick. Look for here. Your CD ult yet again.
Yeah, Bear's not gonna have this Maggle. Ratman's goes down. We are now in overtime as MCC looks to hold them to this 3rd point, not allow them to cap it. Invis ult gets put up.
The moon haunts you.
The moon haunts you.
But the other Invis ult keeps everyone alive inside.
Yeah, my real Dagon really low on HP up there in the top left. Ratman getting low on health as well.
The Mag pops his ult. He's gonna hide from it with a wall. The Fire Tornadoes come out yet again.
Fire Tornado's just gonna rain that damage down
trying to get
onto
as
the
much
back
value
line.
as possible. The Wolf falls to Ratman, but the Magni gets 2 huge picks.
Elijah trying to stay on point as long as he can. He goes down. We got Sneaky coming back from spawn. See if he can touch. He cannot.
Unable to. Unfortunate loss there. Gonna take it all the way to the 3rd point for the Mustangs, but they are in overtime. That is not a bad place to be.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
We'll see what MCC does here on the attack. And they looking to go mag thing.
Okay, they're looking at a bit of a switch up here. All right, I'm interested. Got the Hella from Sneaky. That's a Sneaky classic right
there. It's a sneaky pick one.
Sneaky pick one.
Serious. Like maybe Ethan, a Hawkeye.
Oh wait, this is a thing?
Yes. But he just goes back to that human torch.
Yeah, we gotta go back to old reliable. Ethan is Magur is definitely not the problem here. Look at that. It's 19 and 3 with 24,000 damage.
Okay, but
Sneaky also has 29,000 damage, but he's not as. Unless you want to argue.
I will.
Okay, why?
Because like.
That's messed up, man.
It's a valid reason.
Whatever you say, little.
Anyways.
But here
we don't even know what he looks like.
I don't know, but you do. You look like him. But here we go. On the offense, gonna look to push this cart past the 3rd point with as much time as possible. Got Burnoise is on the thing, one of my personal favorite characters. Just looking to slug all of the Mustangs.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the Mustangs are playing for the back, and with that melee character, he's not gonna have the range. Wolf comes down. Burn Noises has to charge out. The dude gets walled off. He's gonna fall down to planet.
A lot of damage right there. Mustangs are super grouped right now. Ethan McGur's trying to play aggressive with these fireballs.
They're gonna look to set up the walls. Gonna have to come down, slamming to his life.
Magni's looking to catch him out as much as possible. The cloak out, Shanoon has gotten like a cloak ult like every like 2 minutes.
It's insane.
It's actually insane.
He got this one in like about a minute.
But we have the cloak ult from my real dad, Elijah Powell. Looking to make up as much ground as possible. The invisible ult also gets popped in retaliation. We get our own invisible ult popped. It's ult after ult for these supports. Supernova!
Yeah.
Oh, it already got used.
Well, hello.
Hello, Unleashed.
Get one.
Gets-
Gonna look to rain these birds down on the tank.
Oh, but the Hella uses her ult to burn the Hella ult.
Ooh, smart move by the Mustangs. Gonna get rid of it. Sneaky gets a pick on little Jim
Another
Bob.
pick on the Groot. Little Vin is down. Look to take out the Magneto as well. Magneto gets nothing with his ult.
Ratman now on Mag
Miss.
gets that kill. Gonna look to push the pace, push up into the second point, trying to get any daggering picks.
Take as much space as you possibly can here. I want this group to set up any of his shenanigans. Or give the Wolf any time to, like, jump in.
Yeah, speaking of jump, little Jim Bob misses his jump.
I think he was trying to grab the thing and bring him all the way down to the bottom. Or,
Well, grab someone.
yeah, probably Mr. Johnny Storm.
Anyways, one Mr. Sam Gravy has his Maggle ready for when Cloak and Dagger comes in with their ult.
He might also be looking. Oh, speaking of which, here it goes.
Clobbering time!
It is clobbering time. The Maggle doesn't find anyone as the CD escapes through the subway.
Yeah, Dog Viper getting 2 kills, but it falls down. The Inviso comes out for MCC. Gonna look to take down this Groot. Sneaky gets a nice clean headshot on
Another pick
them.
on the Mag. It's just that CD as my real dad takes down little Jim Bob.
He's gonna use that cape to fly out. See the Mustangs switch over to the Thing.
The Thing
And
and they have
Namor.
Namor. Interesting picks. I don't think the Mustangs have enough time to touch. They do not. This is MCC's chance to play a bit aggressive here.
They have Hello. They have the Fire Tornadoes. Hello gonna go down. They use Fire Tornadoes here.
I think
Or if they just save up.
he's in a really bad spot. He's got to get a better position for to use it here. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Let's go back to my real dad here.
They're just gonna pump these things full of healing, keep them alive. As Bear Noises has his thing ult. Baby looking to sit here. Just jump out.
Waiting
Get his
patiently.
health back up.
That is a
Gonna
pretty
charge
big
in.
line. He
Gonna-
uses it,
Clobbering time, but not before the Mustangs double support ult.
and Mango takes out my real dad, getting rid of that CD from the Marshalltown side.
Yeah, MCC gonna have to back up here into spawn. Stay nice and safe.
Got to regroup, remake a game plan. Mustangs got some big ults online. But we do have a good few ults here from MCC as well. If this Hella ult can come out at the perfect time, it might be the pacemaker that MCC needs here.
Yeah, and the Mustangs don't have any support ults, so there's gonna be nothing really stopping all this damage from Hello.
I think he's looking for it. Hell Unleashed! Oh, but he gets burned so fast! Look at that, but he
Oh,
gets...
but he gets one before he comes back down.
That's huge. The Hella ult also gets popped. Also immediately destroyed. Both these teams know where the threat lies.
Yeah, Invis ults gets used by MCC. Ratman holding onto his ult for when the other team just the CD ult.
Or another Invis ult, which they do have
Yeah,
online.
either support ult. You
Here's
just
the
get him
CD
down.
ult, though. Looking for it. In downtown. Oh, it's
but he
mag
bobbled.
What a mag bubble from Mango there.
MCC going to back up a bit here, give them this space as they are down 3.
Dicey here. Bernoises is taking so much damage, but he is able to shift in time in order to get that overhealth and escape. Dark Viper looking for his opportunity to get out, and he does with a slam. Alright.
Yeah, Dog Viper has this these fire tornadoes. Gonna just run around this little nice out of the map. CDO gets used. Maggle gonna be used in retaliation from the Mustangs. Elijah gonna be able to dodge it.
Looking to save Dark Viper from a nasty fix.
Hello gets used by MCC. Gonna look to take down someone.
Got help in getting both the tanks. Lil Jim Bob's 1 HP.
Yeah, both DPS get used by MCC here, and they're going to cap a point with 1:45 remaining on the clock.
That's a good amount of time for MCC. See how they use it. Now, you know, do the Mustangs get time, right? They get like a minute?
Yeah, they get a minute. MCC gonna get a minute in return. No, only fair.
Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense. On like a map like a what is it? A convergence map? They would just have to like get to the point to a part.
Yeah.
But
yeah. On convergence, both teams would have to cap with time.
That time they have left over, but
yeah.
Since there is no point to cap, they're just gonna look to reset the clock here and get push the payload as much as they can. Now 2 minutes and 45 seconds is a lot of time for MC.
Yeah, that's almost 3 minutes worth of time. So they're gonna have that time to attack. But we are not on attack. We are on the defense. The Mustangs are gonna have a minute to push Kirby as far as they can.
Yeah, and honestly, they'll probably run out of time just before the first. So they'll be on overtime. A single fight loss, it's over.
Yeah, and if MCC is really good at holding this point, they might be gone with that minute before they get past this first like half of the point. Mustang's gonna look to roll out onto the high ground,
trying to catch them out with as much fireballs as he can. He accidentally drops on the top of the building, I suppose. Yeah,
yeah, Mustang's gonna get put some on card.
Brutal fight right now against the tanks of the Mustangs. Trying to keep alive as much as possible.
Yeah, just gonna give the Mustangs some space. Probably look to stall as much time as he can on this card.
Magni catches out Sneaky. The Hella duel. Magni wins it. The thing is blinded, which means he does take more damage. A right click takes down Magni, but My Real Dad falls in retaliation.
Yeah, Burnoy's just gonna go back onto the card, stall a bit of time. This thing is after Clannon.
Gotta take out that other support while they have the chance. Shannon pops the Luna ult. That is huge for the Mustangs here. But Dark Viper gets a pick in Little Jim up. They take out each other, actually. That's crazy.
Yeah, MCC just gonna back up, gonna regroup. They do have this Invis ult for the retake. They're gonna have the Thing ult coming up. They have the Firestorms for when he returns this. Rare Noise gets frozen. Gonna look to probably pop this Thing ult on the back line.
There it is, but it doesn't really get a whole lot of value.
We got the Firestorms gonna rain down on the Luna. Gonna get taken out here. That's a huge
damage on that thing. Did you see him? He got melted. Burnoise is trying to take out the Invisible Woman, but she barely survives. And they get to the second point. They're unable to stop it now. Burnoise is getting another pick before he falls.
Yeah, Dog Viper gonna probably look to do some poke damage and get out of here, stay alive, and not stagger MCC in this chance of holding them on to second point.
Now we do have the Cloak and Dagger ult live for MCC here, but we do have the Mac ult on the other side. But the good thing about this is that they have no support ults for the Mustangs, so this Cloak and Dagger ult could be a pacemaker for the MCC.
Yeah, but the Mustangs have that mag ult. Luna gets pulled out here. Dog Viper slams it down.
Mag ult gets popped. They're looking to take out this Hella ult. The left clicks from Dark Viper just destroy her. Trying to take out the Invisible Woman as well.
Gonna look to take the Hella ult. Unable to. It's almost a team fight for MCC. Clannon building up on this Invisible. It's out here, and the Mustangs gonna be able to capture second point.
MCC's in a real nail biter right here. They need to.
If you're MCC, you're just gonna have to regroup, and it just takes one fight win, as there is no time left in that overtime bar. The Mustangs get up for even just a split second. It'll be a round over. MCC gets the chance to attack. Noise is gonna have this thing gonna probably look to use it. But the Mustangs hella ult in anticipation. He's just gonna have to wait on.
Yeah, the Luna ult not trying to just stall the clock as much as possible, get it as far as they can. After all, the Mustangs are playing on distance, not time.
Now Ethan McGraw does have his fire tornadoes as he pops it here, but Invis ult gets used.
Trying to take out the Invis while in her ult. It's not going to really succeed here, but the thing is caught out, taking massive damage. Clannon pops his ult, keeping everyone alive with a dance party of a lifetime.
Yeah, Dog Viper gonna get a pick on the Invis. It's another one on the Luna.
The clobbering time from the Mustangs does big damage. Another pick on that Hella.
It's a fourth pick for Dog Viper as MCC holds the Mustangs to as they hold the Mustangs to this third point. MCC does have 2 minutes and 45 seconds left here to attack, but they're gonna have to push it all the way to this third point.
Still difficult. Now, they do have a good amount of time, so I do believe it is going to be possible, but I don't really know. I'm nervous, Brandon.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough for MCC, especially since they don't have that Invis team up now with the Luna Snow.
I think the Luna Snow is going to have more value overall, however. I think her fundamental. Plus, thanks to the Snowflake, it makes it easier to heal Ethan for Dark Viper.
Yeah, and you add the fact that Luna's hit scan gonna add that level of easiness to healing.
I'm gonna flip to Spider-Man here.
We just going down.
Elijah enjoying some merriment here.
Having some fun before the round starts.
Well, I think we do have a legitimate swap here in the 4. Very interesting. Thor did just recently get insanely buffed, making him a lot stronger than he was.
Yeah, and we got the Hella. Gonna have that revive if need be.
And as well as the extra health. Here we go. Let's see just how well the Thor works out against this Mustang defense. Running pretty much what we saw in the last few rounds. The backup not waiting for his time to engage here. It is hard to engage against a thing since you can't really drag the thing with your fly-in.
Yeah, Bernoise is just going to continue to rain this damage down. He's already 41% of the way to his ult.
I mean, a lot of the supports got their ults building up real fast.
Ooh, but the Mustangs get back-to-back picks on both Ethans. Just MCC going to look to stall out, to survive.
Gotta look to stabilize here. Also grinding a lot of ultra. Burnoises is 80% the way there. Clannon has his. Perhaps looking to use it within the next fight or so. Looking to counter one of the other ults.
Yeah, the Mustangs all gonna have the Luna ult. All gonna have that Invis ult. Gonna pop both teams pop the Luna ult. My real dad goes in with his Cloak and Dagger ult.
I'm using the damage boost now instead of the heal. I think that's a smart play. Not really able to get anything with the Thor ult, but it does a lot of damage to the thing, who does fall to a sneaky left click.
Yeah. Burnoise gonna get a pick on the Hella. Bullet supports for the Mustangs, all low HP, but Burnoise is not gonna be able to pick up the kill.
Looking to play a bit aggressive here against the Mustangs. Mustangs have almost every single ult online now. The Supernova does get popped. We also get the Mag ult from the MCC and the Mustangs as well. Mustangs with their ults.
He goes up into his Hella ult, gonna rain down these skulls on the Luna. Gets one, gets two.
Both supports are down for the Mustangs, and they lose their Magneto as well. Little Jim Bob falls shortly after, and it's just this thing on the cart left standing.
Yeah, but Little Vin 2.0 gonna go down on the card. MCC gonna pick up this first point. See an Iron Fist
From Little Jim Bob. Sneaky does get picked up from a combo of a Magneto right click and a Hella left click, stunning him so we can get shot easier.
Yeah, this Iron Fist team up gonna give the Luna Snow another ability, another little two for Survivor. Gonna get out at 1 HP. Insane. But the Invis goes down. Sneaky gets the mag. Thing just gonna charge on out of here. Dog Viper gonna get the Luna.
Gonna get the
Gets another one.
They got to get the
Gets a
picks
third!
while they can. As MCC isn't overtime, a single fight loss will meet till the end for this round 1.
Yeah, Dog Viper over here looking for that Iron Fist.
He knows he's here somewhere, but
Not overextend.
that's smart. I think if you overextend here, you cost your team the match. So I think it's just safer. Play it, keep it safe. We have the Thor ult here. We have the Luna ult here. A Hella ult in the back.
I am ready.
Here's the Luna ult at the start. Both Lunas are popped.
Yeah, Burnoy's gonna look to maybe use his Thor ult after the Luna ult.
Oh, but it's
Clobbering
clobbering time for the Mustangs. It's a huge pick. Disappear, says Invisible Woman.
Bubble gets used, but the Fire Tornadoes come out for MCC. Doing that Invisible, Little Jim Bob gonna pick off My Real Dad, gonna get another one. And MCC gonna lose his first map.
Unfortunate, yeah. They lost a lot of ground around that's round 3. The Mustangs pushing it to the 3rd point. Very unfortunate, but I've seen some big comebacks here. This is just the beginning. MCC is only going to adapt and see how they do it. We got the MVP from Yulan here, Invisible Woman. She got 33 assists. Look at that.
That is
Crazy number.
huge.
And 8,000 damage, 3,000 damage blocked. Or no, sorry, 8,000 heat. Just overall a great showing from the Mustangs. The Tigers aren't out of it just yet. We're going to go to Convergence now.
It is their map pick.
Yep, so the Mustangs are going to ban first, and then whatever map they ban, they'll have,
Something like
Central Park, the Wakanda map, it's Qatar, and the Shibuya map. Spider
yes.
Tokyo. So depending on what the Mustangs pick, MCC is going to look to just adapt around that strategy. What they're cooking up.
Yeah, and if you're MCC, what went wrong on that map? I believe it was you won't getting enough picks on the supports.
I agree. Their supports were kind of just not really getting caught out as they were very punishable a lot of the time, but
Yeah, they was sitting in that back line, just pumping out all that heat, getting ult after ult, and just can't allow that to happen.
now while we're taking a break on this round 3, let's talk about some upcoming events. First of all, we've got the lovely Race for the Kids, a charity Mario Kart tournament with the Big Brothers Big be hosting at Emerson. Gonna go to some big charities. Love to support you. Play some Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's taking place on Saturday, July 26th.
So tune in for more information about where in Emerson's. But meanwhile, we've also got the Esports Summer Camp here, Monday, August 4th, and Tuesday, August 5th. This is like an MC new generation ready.
Yeah, we got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Mario Kart, and Overwatch 2. And returning this year is Rainbow Six Siege. And new additions in Marvel Rivals, what we are watching right now.
That's crazy.
And Rocket League.
Yeah, so tune in. Some more information about those events. Look to sign up, we'd love to see you here. But in the meantime, while we are waiting for the break, we guys All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for round 2 of MCC versus the Mustangs semi-finals Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, MCC changing up the bans here to begin the game. Banning Mag are on Central Park back in.
Yeah, we were just here, but now we're in Central Park and not in this nice.
Nice. Well,
It's only infested by vampires. It's not
yeah,
that
you
big of a deal.
gotta include the
Maybe we just kill them all.
Mustangs gonna see and
picks.
Rocket.
We do see the mag ban, which is a very interesting choice. Why do you think they were going for that mag ban?
But probably because Mustangs kept growing up with those Maggles. Did Elijah that way more consistently has been doing.
They don't really need Magneto here, so I suppose it's smart to just get him out of the way while you can.
Yeah, another scroll band being really good on Central Park.
Yeah, you kind of just mash down the main and you just kind of
Yeah, narrow. Just a lot of not open spaces. MCC going to protect that Groot.
You want to say that for Mr. Ratman, one of his key characters. The other one being Banner, but you know.
Yeah. Out of here. With that.
But he can pick Hulk. Why isn't he picking Hulk?
That's a good
question. Yeah, we're waiting for the Mustangs' third pick. I feel like picks are always kind of. I don't want to have like 1 or 2 picks, you know.
Yeah, Mustang's gonna protect the Wolverine. Careful with playing the.
Yeah, we saw that. I think with little Jim Bob on that Wolverine there, tearing it up with his claws. Let's go. Gotta play a lot differently. Oh, they're gonna ban the Human Torch here on this map. Human Torch is one of the strongest characters, especially so on Central Park. He's able to kind of just ride high and just around. I'm out of the way. Let's see what MCC is gonna do for their final ban here. Oh no, it's gonna be another Loki.
Loki, really good on Trojans in general. Able to set up all those around the point. Right in the same way he can put down his. Oh, he couldn't, just go invisible. Whichever you're liking.
Got some interesting doing strange comp here, as well as Mr. Fantastic back online once again. Not running the Wolverine, even though they did in fact save him just for this. So, but we do. Her Quill Star Lord. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh, no more team up. That's okay. Star Lord really doesn't need his team up.
Doesn't need it. It's just in case dies. Never does.
Never does. If you're a pro.
If you're a pro.
Unlike me.
But I believe in.
I think Mr. SN3E22 is gonna put in the work. I'll let me some. Aki.
There we go.
SN3 Aki. Yeah, we also got Hogan, the James Howlett. 2 of my favorite characters on this. Gosh.
I'm just standing here on the high ground, gonna look to kidnap one of these.
Yeah, but the Strange season, they know he's in the mix now. Trying to get that Mr. Fantastic. Oh my god, my eyes blurred right there. I do not know what happened.
Go over to Ratman, see him placing down these walls, just extending.
Oh, a huge hole gonna take out Little Vin 2.0. No more Groot online, no more walls for the Mustangs. Gonna look to take out Mango as well. He's very low.
But he is gonna grab that health back in the corner. Mr. Sam Gravy gonna wall off Mustangs player from any heat.
Oh, I just noticed they used the Thing team to throw him at the Strange because Ethan McGurk tossed him again. So,
anyways, both support ults online for MCC. Gonna have that strangling prison as well. Gonna probably look to use it here. Gonna get 1 kill with it. Gonna get
Two kills with it thanks to Dark Viper's claws.
Yeah, Dog Viper just ripping and shredding these Mustangs apart.
But the main issue against Wolverine in this comp is that this Invisible Woman is just able to stop all his momentum if possible. Or pull and push away.
Yeah, we're gonna throw Dog Viper up onto the high ground. Look, maybe to pin the Fantastic.
Not really what the pick you want to look for here. You definitely want to look for one of these two tanks.
Volvo comes out, gonna get no one with it. Dog Viper has to be careful. He is in the back line, gonna get that passive forced out. Watch out for that solid Witch ult, which is gonna get no one.
But this Earthbound is keeping Wolverine in place right now.
Yeah, it's clobbering time for MCC. Dog Viper gonna kidnap this group, just gonna body block him out of that Invisible. Sneaky also here in the back line, gonna put pressure onto the Cloak and Dagger, just gonna back out, gonna look at this Invisible Woman now, gonna go down to the Mr. Fantastic ult.
Gets a good pick there. Dark Viper takes down the thing. That's huge. Clinton's got to play a bit safer as he's low HP. But Little Jim Bob's just getting blitzed. He's in too deep. He pops his big boy form, but I think that's what
McGurk kidnaps him and gets the kill.
When you pop that big boy form as Fantastic, it actually is the kill with Wolverine.
Yeah, Dog Viper again with another ult, gonna look to ult on this backline. Probably pop it and slam them in. Gonna look like LeBron James out here.
Oh, we do see the Wolverine swap.
Oh, gonna kidnap the Skull Witch. Skull Witch goes down. Sneaky gets a kill on the thing.
The Groot uses his ult. Both Groot ults are popped, actually.
CD ult gets used by MCC. McGurk gonna kidnap this. Gonna get the... Getting the...
Now, with those support ults out of the way, they only have this Invisible Woman for Mustang's next push. Going back onto the Strange off of the Groot, I think that's a smart play.
Gonna give the Skull Witch the team up. They swap over the Wolverine. Mustangs only have 20 seconds to push through this choke and get this first point. They already have someone on, immediately getting off too.
Mango takes down My Real Dad, but Bruno just takes down Little Jim Bob here.
Yeah, both things trading out. Dog Viper gonna keep this Wolvo. No, he uses it. Gonna not get any kills with it.
He just barely misses the supports as they're able to survive.
But
Legendary is popped.
Solo ult comes out. Gonna get this Witch to touch low health, but he goes down.
Marshalltown's in overtime right now. No one is able to touch, giving the Mustangs this first point. They're gonna have to look to back out real fast. They're in a really bad position here.
Yeah, MCC holding the Mustangs to overtime on this first point. Gonna get 2.5 minutes to Batman. Gonna get caught out. No, he is able to make it out on such low HP. Got the Invisible clobbering time and the struggling prison for...
It's okay. The Wolverine once again popping in. He drags everyone in to the backline, but Invisible Woman is there and pops her ult immediately.
Bernois invested that clobbering time. MCC only has this straggling prison remaining.
All of these backliners are so low, but they're keeping each other alive, so they're unable to get any picks left. So the MCC's got to look to back out as they pop the C&D ult for the Mustangs.
Yeah, this is going to be able to allow the Mustangs to push up.
Dark Viper gets caught out trying to go for another dragon.
We got clobbering time coming up for the Mustangs. My Real Dad going down. And the rest of MCC is following.
And he's unable to shift thanks to the Earthbound slam from the thing. Gonna keep Sneaky from surviving that interaction. Still, the Mustangs got 3 ults online. Probably looking to use Scarlet Witch with the Strange ults. Oh, the Wolverines clash! Who's gonna win this fight? The Lil Jim Bob just looks to escape instead.
We got this Wolverine ult online for Dog Viper. They're gonna Inviso, he's gonna go up, slam them down outside, gonna look to take out this Strange, but Dog Viper gonna go out.
Way too much damage trying to get in there. Wasn't able to kill Magni popping his ult, the Scarlet Witch, not able to, but it was able to keep MCC off the point long enough. Here, second half.
Yeah, and Clan and Sneaky gonna go down here. But the Mustangs have 2 minutes remaining on this final point. As MCC is gonna have both of the support ults, have this ult, they have this root ult to help them. But the Mustangs have Eye of Agamotto available as the Berserker Rage.
MCC just kind of just playing a passive game here, waiting for the perfect time to strike. Dark Viper goes for a grab, unfortunately misses the Strange. The C&D ult is popped, looking to play aggressive with it. Little Jim Bob is in deep. He drags the
But he falls off the map. Ratman still over here with his ult. Gonna look to ult the backline, I would assume. Gonna get carried up by this terrain change.
And is doing his best to keep Bear Noises alive as much as possible. Sneaky gets a pick on Shanoon. That's huge for MCC. Looking to play aggressive. The Dark Viper takes down Magni YouTube. YouTube here. Little Jim Bob's off on those off angles. Dark
Yeah.
Viper's looking to engage.
Just gonna back out. Head up for next team fight. Smart idea. You do have 4 ults online. Both teams get 5 for the must. See, close this Berserker Rage at 91%. Gonna miss the pin on the Strange. The Eye of Agamotto comes out.
But he only gets the Wolverine, it seems. But Magni is able to clean up that mistake, taking down the rest of the backline. Hella Unleashed is popped, doing his best to just stay alive in this fight. Strange is going to fly up and block that ult as much as possible.
Yeah, Sneaky just looking to stay alive here. Gonna be able to get back, get healed up.
Now playing aggressive in this next fight.
Inviso gets used by MCC.
Oh, what a
Dog Viper
crackdown!
pins! And then gets 2 with the Berserker Rage.
Winning the wolf, losing the wolf 1v1, but he is way too low. Bear Noise is able to finish him off. He wants to take out this thing as well. Bam, a right hook. And that is going to be the end of round 1 for MCC.
Mustangs pushing it really deep into third point, but I believe that MCC is going to be able to push it further. I have faith, and hopefully all of you at home have faith in your Tigers to win this map number 2.
I believe, baby. I'm excited to see what they're going to be up. All right, going into this round 2, now the MCC's on the offense, looking to. It appears they're just playing a similar strat here. For the most part, running the Thing Groot, Ella Wolf, Invis, Cloak and Dagger, kind of just what they've been running this entire map. Hey, Jeff.
Not gonna lie. But he is in this cute dolphin outfit. Gonna hop on and off the back of Ratman.
All right, Brandon, how do you think MCC is going to look to play this offense?
They're gonna take it nice and low. Gonna pick up the pace once they get a pick and just try to wall off.
Yeah, as they get dragged in with the wolf leap, that is the play here. Watch some Elijah though. Let's keep eyes on him. We haven't really seen him do too much.
He's playing Cloak and Dagger. This character just heals.
That is what he does. Oh, the Groot does fall. He's in very deep. Mango gets pulled in even deeper.
Ooh, Sneaky gonna get the kill on the Groot. Dog Viper getting a kill on the Thing. No tanks remain for the Mustangs as Dog Viper is ripping and tearing at this backline. Sneaky gonna get a kill on the Invis. and Dog Viper getting another one on this Cloak and Dagger. MCC gonna get the point exactly as I said. They're gonna play nice and slow to begin. They got the opening picks on both tanks for the Mustangs, and they just push that tempo.
Huge tempo setter there. Let's see how they are going to use this tempo in the rest of this round. Dark Viper looking for pulls as much as possible. He's not really able to engage here.
Just gonna walk over to this health pack. Not much you can do when you have a passive. Misses the pin on the Hela. We're just gonna get out. Batman has this straggling prison available. Passive gets forced out by Dog Viper. Invisol gets used by MCC. The thing goes down.
Oh, and the huge Brute ult gets nullified due to a C&D co-op time to keep that rest of that team alive.
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger playing that good old-fashioned co-op game. The Nintendo Wii era. Such a good era. But MCC pushing the pace, not forcing that Invisol by the Mustangs.
It's going to shift their pace a little bit. Going to have to play a little less aggressive. Let's see how they look to switch it up. Oh, Ratman gets pulled. The Hela ult is popped, but it's just looking to get destroyed immediately.
Yeah, Sneaky getting one kill with his own Hela ult. Can MCC win this fight? They are down 2, but the Mustangs are down. The group.
Oh, it's clobbering time. That's a huge clobbering time for the Mustangs. Takes out both of their supports as well as both the tanks. That's going to be a reset here. We got 4 minutes on the clock, though. We've got a lot of time, a lot of momentum here.
Yeah, Sneaky looking to begin this next fight.
Trying to poke out that Hela here. We see Little Jim Bob on the Iron Fist this time, mixing it up. Dark Viper's looking for a flank here, but all the Mustangs know exactly where he is, so can't really get anything.
The MCC has this invisible barrier and straggling prison. My Real Dad gets a pick on the Groot. Ratman uses that straggling prison, gets a kill on the thing. The CD ult gets put down on point. Dog Viper gonna pin the CD out of the ult. Gonna stop that healing.
Unable to secure the kill, however. Lil Jim Bob is tearing up that backline, taking down Clannon.
Yeah, he's just gonna back out. Dog Viper getting a pin on the Groot. He's gonna go down. We got.
That's 2 huge picks with just one right click from Bear Noises. We love to see that. Going into this final point, 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. We see the Thor swap from Mango. No more Mr. Was it Groot? He was on Groot. Yeah. No more Groot. I think that's a smart play, you know.
Yeah, going to be harder for Dog Viper to pin him in. That was a really good swap there.
You can still pin him with Thor, but since he's able to shift out.
He's just able to shift out. Dog Viper gonna get a pin on the Hela.
Oh, what a
Clobbering time comes out.
Clobbering time gets both the tanks in it, forcing the Invis to use her ult. We got a Dragon Fist in the back line. Not gonna look to really get anything though, unfortunately, for the Mustangs. It's still active, maybe in these last few seconds. Got Verno.
Struggling prison comes out for MCC.
That's a huge prison.
Gonna get 2 kills, gets us a 3rd one. MCC looking to push up here.
It's just the supports left standing, and the Hela.
We do have both these DPS ults, and we're gonna have both of the support ults coming online for this next fight. I wouldn't look to use all 4 ults here. I would look to use maybe 1 DPS, 1 support ult.
I think you push in with the CD ult, and then you pop your Hela. But let's see how they use it.
Oh, the Groot! Dog Viper goes up and slams dunk on the Mustangs. The Hela from the Mustangs just gonna C9 there with the ult. And MCC gonna take map number 2, tying the series up at 1-1.
Hey, Wolverine Gaming!
Wolverine gameplay. Dog Viper with that Wolverine. Huge ult after huge ult. My Real Dad getting beat.
With 41,000 healing. Look at that. What a number here. Yeah, that is going to be round 2. MCC takes Central Park, meaning that the Mustangs are going to be able to pick pick the next map after they ban a domination. Excited to see what they're going to look for. In the meantime, I'm going to quickly plug. I'm going to take in a fiver. All right, I'll quickly plug the Twitch Prime. If you guys go to gaming.amazon.com and you collect or connect/manage your Twitch accounts by signing in your Amazon account and your Twitch account and hitting confirm, you can go to our channel, twitch.tv/esportsmcc, while signed in, and you can subscribe for free.
But Alex, why would I want to use my Twitch Prime sub on the MCC Esports channel?
Well, I don't know if you knew this, Mr. Cat, but $2.49 of each of the subs goes to the program every month, meaning it will give us more, equipment, more events we can hold, like like this stuff, like the race for the kids and the summer camp.
Yeah, and the money also goes to help all the great and lovely coaches pay for some of the scholarships as well. So make sure if you have that free Amazon Prime to put it down and subscribe to the channel.
We would greatly appreciate the support. In the meantime, we're gonna wait for this 5-minute break. MCC's gonna bam Asgard, and we will be right back.
If you want to go watch some Mario action, I
That's
believe is going
true.
on, you can go over to the other channel. I
Yes.
believe it's you.
Check out the YouTube channel. We've got Ryan and Roby there casting some E2 Mario Kart. Shoutouts to the guys. Love them both.
Yeah, Roby gonna be playing in the final couple rounds of the national for D1 this Thursday. So don't miss that action.
We'll be right back, folks. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everyone. We are on Hell's Heaven for map number 3, the domination map. We're gonna get a rocket and mag ban right off the bat. Gonna protect that CD yet again. See who the Mustangs choose to protect here.
I've returned chat. Yeah, okay, so it's the same bands as last round. Same band, same picks. Let's see if they mix it up at all with this next band. Oh, okay, Logan is off the table.
Logan, not hold. We'll see if maybe he chooses to protect that hold.
I think that might be a smart play, you know. Put him on the table. So, what are they? What are they protecting before? They were protecting. What was it? Actually, I don't know.
It was Groot last game.
Oh, it was Groot last game, just in case they tried to hard ban.
And then it was Human Torch.
They're most likely gonna look ban out this. For that, they're gonna pick maybe the Loki. Maybe they're finally gonna pick this Loki on the table. He would be a strong pick here. I'm manifesting. I'm manifesting Loki. Loki.
They did not choose to
Rut
protect
row.
anyone.
Ruh-roh.
We'll,
Quite foolish of them.
yeah, we'll see how this goes for them. But they get a ban.
They do get a ban.
If they this ban here.
If they don't use the ban, I will be thoroughly through. 3, 2,
1. No ban. I am surprised by this.
and I'm slightly.
Anyways, MCC gonna ban that Loki yet again.
Pick your hero.
I'm hearing
Villain,
from
judging.
the reaches over there that they banned Thor, but I don't know. I think MCC is just gonna look to protect the Thor ban. It's all an accident. It happens, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what MCC chooses to run on Heaven.
Hell is heaven. Or look, what?
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Nope, Bucky.
James Buchanan Barnes, though. I love this guy. We haven't seen any of him today.
It's
Dude, I'm fine. Panther to Bucky.
yeah.
Awesome.
Hell's Heaven, very divey map. A lot of wide open spaces, tight corridors. But we are on.
This is the one that shifts. So like
Yeah.
halfway through the match, this
Once-
side shift over to here, making it the point closer. You know, like,
Starts in 5,
Yeah, how it works is
3,
with size add up to 50%
all you need to
that
do is
point.
capture the
It's
mid.
going to
Got
shift over.
oh, I can
In-
swap between the spawns. Look at that.
Cool.
Cool. Anyways, let's
We
watch
don't
some
need it.
Bucky. Let's watch Bucky. Bucky.
James Buchanan Barnes. This is the first we are seeing of him.
Got the entirety of the Mustangs playing on this hard left side.
Yeah, and we got a wolf band this time. Ooh, sneaky, missing that hook.
Barely too.
Yeah.
I think
Gun-
the Bucky pick is. I think the Bucky pick is smart here. Since they banned the Wolverine, they're just gonna look to grab them. Okay. It is a lot more difficult to do it with the Bucky, but
Dog Viper getting a pick on the.
the pick gonna use his shift to take down Mango. Everyone has fallen tonight. I think this is gonna be a team wipe for MVP here if they're able to kill the kill on this Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, but just looking to back out. Smart,
Yeah.
smart.
Dog Viper already with that ultimate. That little.
The blind on.
The blind.
All right, Moon Knight. We got the Moon Knight playing safe here, looking for the right time to use it. Let's see if Murder's
Probably
get
gonna
anything.
wait for that good ult.
That is true. Yeah, you want to wait for Ratman to get his ult, or you can use it now and save the Ratman ult or the Oh yeah, we got the Invis ult. Save the Ratman ult for the Bucky ult. That would also be a strong combo here. Kind of just have he's just casually playing on this high ground, looking to pop it inside the Invis ult. Let's see if it gets any value. It
It
does!
gets one. My real dad gets another kill. It gets 2 kills. That Moon Knight ult. MCC gonna get rid of this thing, trying to get the Moon Knight in return, and look to get this Cloak and Dagger as the map shifts.
We're moving over closer to the enemy team spawn. Ooh, okay. 2 big slots. Mr. Hulk here alongside the Namor and Little Jim Bob goes to Black Panther.
Now, Little Jim Bob gonna look to potentially dive and just beat action in that back line. CC gonna have to break this Gamma Squid whenever they see it, as it just does a lot of damage. But clobbering time comes out, as well as that Bucky ult. He goes back up again and again and again.
The last of the agains here. The rest of the Mustangs fight that Bucky ult. Not stagger enough to where he can be alive.
Yeah, they're gonna look to take this Namor out, but MCC claims this first point. They take the frozen airfield as we go to the Super Soldier Factory.
What a first round. Honestly, not a lot of offense here from the Mustang side. But yes, here we are on the... Ooh. Why does it function? Why do I do this? Why does it do this?
Just move the play bar.
There we go. I've moved the play bar to live per Brandon Kent's request. Just can't move it.
Real time skip. Both teams looking. Well, MCC keeping it the same.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think that's the strat. But we do see Man go off the Venom. I don't know if he's going to keep it or if he's going to swap the last second, but I'm interested to see just how it's work. Now, this map is a very big, like, Spider-Man, like his gripper,
Yeah.
right? You just sit on the sideline, you just go, bloop, now you're over here. But this works for Bucky as well. He's able to use his right-click hook, frag people.
Honestly, anyone with a full ability.
A good displacement ability can utilize this, like...
Ooh,
Wolves.
sneaky, getting that Groot down, getting the opening take
Pulling
on
in the Invis. The
But
Invis is
CD
one shot, but the CD ult keeps her alive. Sneaky falls. Little Jim Bob is cleaning up the support backline. Yeah, that is good. That's practically a team wipe for MC here. My real dad strutting on back, trying to meet up with Dark Viper here. Kill Hydra. The Jeff spray.
Jeff the land. Dark Viper has this Moon Knight ult, is on and off angle. Doesn't get the pick here.
He's getting dove by the Panther. He's got to look to escape here, using the C to keep himself alive.
We're gonna see a Moon Knight ult
A
with
huge
the Straggler in prison.
combo.
Gonna get 2 with it.
That Groot is also caught out as well. I think they're going to look to take him out. There he goes, fallen down by Ratman. MCC takes this point from the Mustangs.
Retakes they never had it.
Really-
Takes them.
Okay.
Anyways, we got a...
Oh my goodness. Look at the ult lineup for the Mustangs here. They've got pretty much everything.
Yeah, Mustangs gonna look to use some ults here. Manga gonna get a kill. Hyper.
Catching him out in a bad spot. The Tremble before Bast is popped. Doesn't really get anybody.
Invis ult and clobbering time gets used by MCC.
See the Groot ult pop from Little Vin 2.0 as well. Not really to get any value though. The Namor ult is popped. Mustangs are using just about everything in their repertoire here, as so is MCC.
They have used everything in their repertoire.
They've got nothing left to sustain, so Dark Viper's just gonna be able to shred them with a few shots. I think that is going to be this fight over in MCC's favor, unless they're able to get this Venom. They are. Oh, he pops his shield.
Man, he's gonna swing out and he's gonna be able to survive. We see the Mustangs swap over to a Spider-Man pick. Use that team up with the Venom.
Give them some more health while he gains access to an invincible burst. Good for like kicking off some of those stray supports. But
yeah, Mustangs going with that with the CD ult. My dad uses his ult in return. Got 2 ults for MCC. We're about to have clobbering time, strangling prison, and the moon haunts you as Dark Viper gets 3 with that Moon Knight ult. Planning gonna go down to the Venom, but it's not gonna matter as MCC looking to claim this final
It's just the
point for the
Spider-Man.
win. And he's gonna go
Takes it
down.
That is going to be round number 3 for
Batman's
MCC.
gonna wall off main, and MCC gonna take map number 3. Going to go up by a score of 2-1.
Love to see who is going to get the MVP here. It is Mr. Dark Viper 29. His Moon Knight was doing immense amounts of damage.
Yeah, he kept getting 2-3 kills with that ult every single time. All thanks to the straggling prison as well.
Yeah, that is going to be a clean victory for MCC.
Now we will go back to the escort. See what fan and whatever remaining maps, if there is.
Midtown is 100% off the table.
He
Since it was
already
already
played
played, not be used again. They have access to Asgard, Spider Islands.
Yo, so MCC will ban one of those, effectively just choose they would either want to play.
Exactly. So let's see how that goes in the next few moments. We will be right back here, folks. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for some more Marvel Rivals here, folks. Let's get it started. Going to Spider Islands here, back on the convoy map. They chose to ban, MCC chose to ban the Asgard convoy, so we're just going popping right into the Spider map. Let's see how it rolls. Sorry, they're gonna ban the Cloak and Dagger this time. Okay, they realized the Cloak and Dagger had way too much value, so eliminated off the bat. Meanwhile, MCC is keeping their same bans, gonna ban that Magneto and gonna pick the Rocket instead this time. Most likely for Mr. My Real Dad. You know, I mean, they save CD every time. Makes sense they save Rocket every time it's the ban CD. Now they're gonna pick the Squirrel Girl here. Okay, going for a complete switch up, trying to get rid of those group walls as much as possible. For their ban, it is going to excited to see. I'm excited to see how the Squirrel Girl is going to work on this map. This is another very linear map, so interesting. It's going to be Invisible Woman. Okay, they're banning out supports this time. Invis was very vital in winning all of MCC's matches, so it also eliminates the chance of them the team up with either of the Fantastic Four. So let's see. MCC is going to look to retaliate with 4 seconds on the clock. Gonna be change.
Very interesting ban. Getting rid of all the shields. No shields on the table for either team. Look to
Taking the Luna Snow, saving that character for our supports. I think that's a smart pick. Final pick is going to this. I'm feeling the Hella once again. I'm gonna resonate the Hella. I think they've just been picking Hella every fight. They want to get the Hella on the table.
Here's the thing with expecting that Hella, they haven't been playing it.
They have not been playing it this last couple games.
So it's effectively a waste of a ban as they
pick the Hella. This last ban from the Mustangs here. What's it gonna be? It could be practically just about anything. I'm feeling another Wolf on the table.
Yep, look to probably ban all. Maybe ban out that.
That could be. Well, I think that MCC's ban. I think they definitely want Loki for Mustangs. It's gonna be the Groot instead. Okay, and then the final ban is most likely gonna be the Loki. Can't keep that on the table.
That or gonna be the Wolf. And they own. It is a good Wolf map. As I say that, they banned the. Just too long.
Could make all the difference.
Okay, here we are. So I believe MCC, despite them being the blue, they're actually on the offense this time around. So they're going to be looking to push this cart towards the end here. Then once that is done, the Mustangs are just going to look to do the same thing. All right, no hustlers. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are not surprised. So I'm going to move.
Bird's eye.
Out of bird's eye. Whatever. This works. We'll watch some sneaky gameplay here.
Yeah.
Quite a few interesting picks here. I think he's gonna just look. We're gonna look to swap here. To play the Hella. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Hella for the Thor here. That's a smart pick. Got the Hulk.
It's gonna give Hulk Viper that infinite ammo on the table for this game. Okay, right. Down behind a in his own character.
And it looks like both teams are gonna use said infinite ammo here, as well as both run the Hulk. Now, Batman does not have an Iron Man to give him his buff, but Mango does, so we'll see how that affects this game. Yeah, they are running Thing without the Invisible Woman perk, so I'm excited how that might affect his sustainability here.
Yeah, Ratman just jumping around on this incredible Hulk. And I'm interested to see if this Hulk will be incredible.
Not, yeah. Who has the more incredible Hulk? Place your bets now, folks. I'm Bunny. on Ratman Sam. of
My
course.
money is also on. I'm gonna go in for a couple punches. Out is on low HP.
But they do catch out the Magni YouTube Punisher. He does get res thanks to the Rocket Beacon, but they're able to retaliate with a Thing pick.
Yeah, Ratman just gonna continue to jump in and out of the back line.
Pop over to some infinite ammo here with Dark Viper. Swapping over to the shotgun, but Little Jim Bob getting 2 huge picks. No support for the MCC lineup here.
Dog Viper just continuing to shotgun this whole makes him into Banner. Dog Viper popping though, gets 2 kills, looking to get a 3rd one.
Luna here, and he does. Yeah, the Luna's not able to freeze him out of it, so is going to be a triple threat for Dark Viper's Punisher.
Yeah, and after Little Jim Bob gets the A on both supports for MCC, he's able to recover from that. Dark Viper gonna put down the turret, instantly gets destroyed.
Yeah, Little Jim Bob is not having any of that as we see him trying to engage the Punisher on the high ground. Let's flip over to some sneaky game right on the low though.
Does have a hella ult. Trying to use it.
We do pop the both Lunas pop their ults once again. We've seen this time and time before. The dance off.
Both the rocket ults get popped as well. We'll see if Sneaky goes up with that hell ult after it's done. Dog Viper getting a kill on the as
Burnoises is gonna unfortunately fall to the Judgment Day. Hell Unleashed for Sneaky here. It's not. It's in
look
vain.
at the Luna,
though.
gets the Luna.
My Real Dad's trying to stall on the point as much as he can. He gets 2 huge picks. The Punisher is gone, but Sneaky is down, and Little Jim Bob cleans up the rest with a pulse cannon.
Batman turns back into the Incredible Hulk, going and look to get out of here.
Now he gets caught on the rocks. He's gonna fall here to a nasty right hook from the Thing. That is gonna be the end of Ratman's first round reign of terror.
Mustangs do capture 2nd point, but MCC does have another Punisher ult, and the Mustangs have no ult.
Have no ults. They're pretty low on their ult charge as well, so it's gonna be a couple of fights before they get just about anything. Infinite ammo is popped. We're gonna shred that Iron Man in the skies, pivoting over to the Hulk in the back line.
Going to shred the Hulk. Going to turn him to the Bruce Banner. I will that getting the kill, but gets rezzed.
Get res them. Infinite ammo popped out for the Mustang side, but we see Judgment Jury, Executioner playing safe here. We have the Hulk shift to keep him alive.
They're gonna get the kill on the Thing, and
Huge.
that's all he's gonna get.
Was gonna get, but it was the space in made is which is important. It allows Ratman to go up and play aggressive. Sneaky's able to get a pick on Magni YouTube. No more Punisher for the Mustang side.
And MCC gonna have a rocket ult. They're getting close on Hella, Thor, and Luna as well. Mustangs gonna have 3 ults of their own as well. For support ults. And that Punisher ult.
Oh,
and
what a pick.
Sneaky.
He gets
getting
another
really
pick
good
with-
kill.
He gets a pick with the burst damage from the kill. Gonna take down the Punisher. Looking to kill this rocket with his ultimate. He gets out of the little. And he's down. That's huge.
Sneaky gonna look to take out the Thing, and MCC is able to do so. Gonna turn their attention to this Hulk on card. Gonna look to get him, and they do.
They
He
kick him out.
becomes Bruce Banner.
Yeah, but he's able to escape in the nick of time. Now, we do have a few ults online. We've got the Iron Man ult. We've got Punisher and the Rocket combo here. But for MCC, we just got the Hulk ult while we're building up to some other stuff here. Like another Punisher ult.
Ooh, Hulk ult gets used. They're gonna kill the Iron Man before he's able to get off that maximum pulse.
Yeah, another double ult combo is used. Gonna take down Sneaky with a nasty right click. Judge, Jury, Executioner's not enough as Mango pops his ultimate. Just getting smashing the backline with the Gamma Rage.
And that looks like it might be point for the Mustangs, but Ratman able to pull out just a little bit more time.
I don't think that time is enough yet. They're going to have to push this third point here. Paranoise is trying to play aggressive with the Thor Force, chucking the lightning. Mango's got that movement. He's dodging all the blows. He's deep in this backline trying to take down Sneaky, but he gets caught out by a Luna Snow Freeze, a huge right click.
Sneaky gonna get the headshot kill on the Hulk, but Dark Viper gonna go down to the Schoolgirl.
As now the Squirgle is online. It's going to be a lot of upfront damage from Little Jim Bob, as well as a good amount of stuns from the right click here. We see the Dark Viper Spider-Man here trying to run it with the Venom comp. Venom's getting insanely shredded, but the double ult combo of Rocket and Hella is going to do massive damage. They're able to get one, but it's immediately rezzed in the backline.
Gonna get the Rocket Raccoon on a close quarters snipe. Bingo, it's covering time, folks.
Yeah, but it's not going to do anything as the Luna Snow ult is popped in the backline. I'm to get some good picks here. We got the Spider-Man Rocket. We're getting frozen there. Not able to get the kill, though.
Gonna look to get this Hulk. Turns him in to just measly little Bannock.
Got the Venom ult online. Not really going to do any damage with it. Just looking.
But we do have Spider-Man ult as he goes in. He's gonna get one. He gets one.
He's stunning everyone else. He's looking for big damage here. The Rocket falls. That's a whole team wipe. That's an ace for MCC.
Dark Viper coming in with a Spidey ult. Going, it's the incredible Spider-Man, and just rabbing all over them.
Have been allowing Ratman and Paranoises to take out the entire rest of that web team. Now we've got the Rocket ult popped and the Executioner popped for the Mustangs here. Dark Viper's gonna get res thanks to a rocket beacon placed down by My Real Dad. Got his ultimate online, so I think it's about time that way the team enjoys the amplifier here. Little Jim Bob on the Mr. Fantastic, trying to run this anti-dive on the Spider-Man. Oh, My Real Dad's getting just jumped by the Gamma Raged Hulk, but it's not enough. Paranoise is popping his ultimate, getting 2 picks. It's just Mango in the backline here.
MCC gonna hold the Mustangs on this third point.
Love to see barely. Actually, no, they were like halfway towards the third point, so some good stuff for MCC now.
Much like the Central Park game, MCC have to push it about halfway through this third point in order to win the series.
But the Mustangs aren't out yet. They've got plans, they've got strategies. Let's see how they're going to look to adapt now on that they're on this defense. We got the Tigers running pretty much the same exact thing. Using the Hella combo, the Spidey combo. No infinite ammo, but it's not needed anymore as Rocket just has insane amounts of value without it.
This Spidey for dog. Spidey, that team up really strong. Not as strong as it was in the past.
It's still very, very good. Meanwhile, we've got the Mustangs running a similar comp here, just with something a little bit more fantastic, if you know.
Yeah, and they don't have that invisible woman give. And the team,
yeah, so they're not gonna have any like extra shields here.
Any extra damage or out on Spidey. A really good opportunity to get a kill. Mustangs running a similar comp with the Spidey and Venom their own.
Got their Spidey in the backline, already taken down by the Tigers' very own Spider-Man. Does get res thanks to a rocket beacon, but look at this team fight. This is insanity in this front line.
Yeah, Mustangs just getting chipped down to back up and stabilize. You're gonna get the Venom with the little thunder spear.
Or Bubble's gonna keep him alive. But the Spidey using his classic combo on Sneaky 22. He's gonna get res thanks to the Rocket peeking immediately. But speaking of Rocket, the Mustangs already popped their Rocket ult, and so is MCC. It's a Rocket ult showdown.
Sneaky gonna get a pick on the thing. MCC will look to probably take out this Spider-Man as Dog Viper lets him get away with 1 HP. Venomo gets no one on point.
Much no value there.
And of course, Mustangs running that beta Venom skin.
Shout out. I not a lot of people use that skin. Too exclusive.
It
if you will.
is. Anyways, Dog Viper getting the beacon gun down
I am ready
to
to
Luna as they pop ult. MCC just gonna little to no avail.
And the clobbering time from Little Vin's gonna do big damage, gonna take out MCC, but he pushes up a little too far, and he does end up falling to a clan and left click. His Venom is getting insanely shredded right now. I think he's down from bear noises.
It's just the supports here for the Mustangs. Luna gonna freeze. I believe it was Venom as Thor goes in and tries to kill him.
I mean, he does get one with the Thor Force. Fantastic is stalling on the point as much as possible. Spider-Man is also here. Bear Noises is fighting a 2v1 against the DPS, and they're able to chip him down. Mango also managing to get a pick on Sneaky, but Dark Viper is here, and he's trying to clean up this mess as much as possible. He barely survives the Spidey combo, leaving him at 1 HP. Looking to pressure this Luna out. Unable to get a kill, though.
Ariel Dad has another rocket ult available if you see it, down to just about a minute as the rocket ult gets popped. That extra damage and the extra shields going to come out, but Mustangs uses their own rocket ult.
Dark Viper's doing his best to disable the supports as much as possible.
Sneaky getting a pick on the thing, gonna get targeted by this Spider-Man.
The crow shift. Landon takes down the... Oh my goodness, wait, picks are flying off the charts for MCC here. Almost the entirety of the Mustangs are down. It's just Mr. Fantastic alone on point. Look at the bird, reflect, and he's finished.
MCC gonna be able to capture this first point on attack. They have 3 minutes going into point number 2. They have both teams online. They almost have both DPS ults, and they are gonna have that Luna ult available for you.
Thing ults, yeah, it's both
Thing
all around. MCC definitely having the advantage here. I can feel the spider kick going. There it is. Gonna force out that Luna ult. I think that has a lot of value. The Spider not getting any kills.
I think he also got the rocket respawn.
That's huge.
Ooh, unable to get the Venom.
Narrowly surviving. Glennon pops his ult in retaliation to the clobbering time. Bear Noise is gonna look to take down Mango. The Hell Unleashed is doing massive damage.
Unable to find anyone. Ooh, the thing gonna be able to take out Sneak. MCC is just sustaining on this point. Gonna have to look to get a pick here.
They're just... This movement from My Real Dad is just insane right now. He's zipping all over the place, avoiding as much as possible, but he can't avoid the clutches of Magni Spider-Man. Picks are traded here back and forth. Little Jim Bob pops his humongous form. He's gonna go fantastic, but I don't think he's gonna be able to get anything with it.
MCC just gonna stagger out as Sneak. Down. Batman not getting out quite as soon. Just gonna go back in as we see Dog Viper swap over to the Wolverine.
I'm gonna ping in that Venom. That's a huge pick. He has no shields. He's gonna look to take him down. The thing is stuck as well. If they're able to secure this kill, this could be a tide changer.
And we got Wolvote online already. Not gonna use it, Dog Viper.
Not gonna need it just
Pin
yet.
Back onto point. Gonna get the Spider-Man.
They got that Spider-Man.
Yeah, and I agree with this Wolf swap not getting much done on the Spider-Man. Instantly takes the first fight on Wolf as the amplifier gets used. In comes Venom. Gonna look for a Wolvo. Gonna pin
That's
the
two huge
Luna.
picks in unison with the Bucky ult, which we didn't even mention. We do have James Buchanan Barnes online from Sneaky. Gonna look to use it to take down the Spider-Man. And the tanks clean up the rest. I think that is going to be point number 2 for your MCC Tigers here. That is, they got a minute and 30 seconds to get past this third point. Gonna look to pick up the Mantis. That's a huge pull.
Gonna get the Mantis. Gonna get the Luna. No supports are remaining for the Mustangs. Spidey team up. It's used. He's gonna go down to Sneaky. It's MCC looking quite strong on the beginning of this third point. I'm gonna have to push it halfway to get the victory and move on in the postseason.
Right, playing the passive game now. The Mustangs are engaging pretty hard. The Spider-Man is alone on the point. He's popping his ultimate. Paranoid just does his best to drag him out.
It's clobbering time for the Mustangs, but no one goes down as both Runolds get used. We got this Thor ult online.
The Venom pops his ult, getting a lot of shield. Behold the thought of God of Thunder.
Gonna get one. Dog Viper gets the Spider-Man. MCC looking to take out this thing and push the payload. Rocket ult gets used by MCC. We're gonna have a Berserker Rage for MCC. We also have that.
What a pull! Did you see that from downtown? Sneaky grabs the Spider-Man and takes him down. The Venom
Slam dunk on the Mantis. MCC gonna take map number 4 and move on.
Yep, and that is going to be a 3-1 victory for your Tigers here with 14 seconds on the clock. They are going to the grand finals up against the true Mustangs team. We will be covering that here in a few moments. GG's all around Ratman getting the play of the game with the Lord Venom. 42 kills and 15 assists. What a number. Good stuff all around from your gold level Tigers. We will be right back for the grand finals match. We will see you guys soon. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are for the Marvel Rivals Grand Finals. Here we've got MCC's Gold Team versus the varsity team of the Mustangs.
Mustang's gonna ban out that Wolverine right away. Is he gonna ban Magneto?
Makes sense. Wolverine is very strong on this map, as I would know, and the Mag in general is just a very powerful character. They're gonna pick up this CD for Marshalltown to save Elijah's main character here, my real dad.
Yeah, see what the
Look for a Groot pick here instead. That is smart considering the Wolverine mechanic gives him a lot of room to play some Groot.
we'll see what both teams with the second ban. I feel like maybe I don't know what
A
to
Human
expect.
Torch. A
Human Torch ban.
Okay. Smart. Human Torch is also very strong. Play around it. Pillars of Fire.
MCC gonna ban the Psylocke not wanting to deal.
Especially with so many corridors on this Asgard map. I can understand why. Gonna pick up that rocket, looking to maybe run the counter this.
Well,
Or
yeah,
just playing Rocket in general, who's a very powerful character.
we'll see who used to protect here.
Gonna be looking for
I would assume maybe like a
another
Hella
support or a Hella pick. Okay.
see who the final ban for both teams are. I feel like for MCC it's going to be
Saw the Loki ban before against the original, the third Mustangs team that last round. Loki's a very powerful character in general, so I would not be surprised if we saw it here. For the final bang from the Mustangs, it's gonna be Venom. No Spider team up for anyone here. The final bang for MCC's Golden Tigers. What are you feeling? Manifest something right now.
okay, Bannon.
Oh, we'll get trolled.
Uh,
Bruce Banner.
Yeah, gonna get rid of that Bannon.
Heroes could make
Probably-
all the difference.
Go of a dive comp.
Are right now we are looking at landing on the rocket here. Gonna look to enjoy the amplifier for his. Maybe looking for a sneaky Ella pick here to help out Bear Noises with the Thor team up. Gonna get that Cloak and Dagger to get that Groot here. Bidding on these DPS. It is gonna be Hela, and I believe it is gonna be Punisher. There we go.
Yeah, Punisher gonna be able to take advantage of that infinite ammo.
Shred the entirety of those Groot walls. You really need those in this.
Seconds. Stay strong.
It looks like the Mustangs are looking for a similar comp here. Rather than the Thor, they're gonna run the train. But they gotta give some shields there. And instead of the Cloak and Dagger, they're gonna run a Luna, which is overall a stronger character. But yeah, let's see what goes down. We'll watch some cannon to be
3,
run the Rocket Raccoon here. Delays deployed. The fight begins.
And then just gonna be sitting on high ground. Oh, in the back, just spamming.
Gotta do as Mr. Rocket Raccoon. Giving a lot of space to the Mustangs here. Try and stop their push as much as possible with these Groot walls. Doing a lot of damage. Infinite ammo does get placed out for the Mustangs. They're gonna get an early pick with Bear Noises taking down Bernard on the Punisher.
Sneaky going take down the Groot as well. Gonna get the Strange as well. Ratman getting the Luna Snow.
Typhon's gonna fall to a Dark Viper shotgun shell.
Now the Mustangs have used that rocket respawn on the Luna to avoid any stagger.
Spawn room not gonna happen here. Got the Punisher infinite ammo here. He's kind of just shooting down the main, doing as much chip as he possibly can. Looking for the right time to play a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, MCC gonna have to be aware of any going.
Yeah, they see that Hella coming out. She's one shot. They're gonna take down Zyphon. Thanks to the Rocket Raccoon ult, Bear Noises is gonna take down Bernard. And it's a full team wipe for MCC. What a strong start. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this attack.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and MCC used that rocket amplifier and the straggling prison and have God of Thunder and Enroll bond to work with. Mustangs approaching on all their ults. They already have, and the Groot ult was having that Punisher and Strange.
Shredding those walls thanks to the infinite ammo of Dark Viper. We'll swap over to some sneaky games. Did see a Strange ult pop. C and D try and stagger with their ult. The Ryman is gonna get rezzed thanks to the the relay, or the relay popped down by the Rocket Raccoon.
I mean, like Dog Viper popping this judge, the jury, and executioner, but it's gonna get no one, as the Mustangs are going to be able to push through this first point. See if MCC is able for a recontest.
Don't think it's gonna be really difficult to make their way back there. Don't have a lot of space to work with.
The MCC looking like they're just gonna set up on second point.
Smart play. Wait for their right time to strike. Sneak, taking some hard angles here, throwing in those knives, trying to do as much burst damage as possible. Looking for any headshots he can possibly find here. But the Strange Shield is preventing any damage to come out. Dark Viper's gonna fall to bottom on the Groot here. Gonna get rezzed immediately. Batman is getting caught out. He's at 66 HP and he falls.
My real dad also going down, but Dog Viper getting the kill on the Strange Viper, no. And Strange gets rezzed.
That kill was all for naught, it seems. They did get rid of the relay, luckily. We've got a few ults online for MCC. A few. The Mustangs are still looking at a good amount of ults from their side as well. Gonna have a Strange ult and Hella ult online.
Yeah, MCC coming out of this top room, gonna use the straggling prison, gonna get both of these things low. Bernard goes down to Glannon as both tanks for the Mustangs go down. Mustangs use that Hella ult, gonna stagger out Zyphon.
Oh, not getting a whole lot of value. Kind of a waste, in all honesty. Now they have to make a hard push here. MCC's going to set up on these high grounds, trying to stay as far away as possible. We got the turret online here for Dark Viper.
Now MCC has both these DPS ult and the Cloak and Dagger ult.
Got double tank ults here from the Mustangs. Coming up on a Luna ult as well. Using the infinite ammo to his advantage, just looking to chip down that Strange as much as possible. This Groot is kind of getting caught out on this left side. Gonna play aggressive with it. He pops the strangling prison.
CD ult gets used. Dog Viper goes down to Zyphon, but gets rezzed. Gonna instantly pop this. Judge, jury, and executioner gonna shred that rocket ult. Sundown uses the Eye of Agamotto. Honda gonna get Dog Viper. Gonna see how the rest of this fight turns out. No more ults for either side. MCC close on that straggling prison and that amplifier. But the Mustangs gonna get 2 kills there. We'll see if MCC is able to recontest or if they're just gonna give up this second point.
They're gonna have to. Mustangs are playing very aggressive to respond. Glannon gets staggered. Not a good position to be in. And now they're just going to look to swap spawns going onto this third point. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. The Mustangs are truly giving it their all right now.
Yeah, MCC have both tank ults and amplifier.
Mustangs are coming up soon on a Punisher ult, but in the meantime, got both the Strangling Prison and the Hell Unleashed. Let's see how they use it. Got the relay straight on the point. Dark Viper does fall to a Zyphon left click. Groot is taking massive damage, but the amplifier is popped. Looking to use the Strangling Prison. That's a huge pick. 2 are down for Ratman. 3 are down.
Yes, Nikki getting the root in the process, getting a nice headshot onto Zyphon as well. MCC winning this fight. The Mustangs only have a minute 30.
I still think that is plenty of time, however. You have a lot of ults for the Mustangs here, so they're going to look to like pop probably this amplifier within the next few seconds.
Probably look to use that Punisher ult as well.
Batman's getting caught out a little bit. He's got to play safer here. My Real Dad's doing his best to keep the rest of the squad alive.
Yeah, there it is. The amplifier and the Punisher ult both come out.
Look to shred Ratman down thanks to Zyphon.
But the CD ult comes through. Ratman gets rezzed by the beacon. We'll see what My Real Dad is able to do.
That Strange is so low. Radiant does get revived thanks to the beacon from the Rocket Raccoon on the retro.
Yeah, both teams exchanging Sundown. He uses that Eye of Agamotto, but gets no one. Well, thanks for MCC fall. The MCC just looking to stall out point for as long as they can.
Viper gets caught out thanks to the amplifier from the Mustangs. It's the last few seconds here. We've got 15 minutes on this clock. Hella ult getting blocked by the Strange, getting no value whatsoever. But he's going to look to get a pick on Bernard. Bernard's super low. Getting pushed by the Hella. Going to look to back out here. Radiant pops the Luna ult.
Dog Viper uses his Punisher ult. And looks like he's going to get no one. Sundown getting too low HP with this amount of damage. Ooh, Sneaky gets a double kill. Dog Viper gets a kill on the Luna. Sneaky gets 2 kills with the knife. And MCC gonna hold the Mustangs here at the end of third point as overtime expires. MCC holding the Mustangs to the very end of the third and final point. MCC gonna have their turn to attack.
What a nail biter that was. The last few seconds, all the ults getting popped. The MCC was careful. They were trying to avoid the Punisher ult, avoid the Brute ult as much as they possibly could, and were able to counteract with ults of their own. Now we're coming into this second round of the first map. MCC is going to be playing on the aggressive, like my lovely co-host said, while the Mustangs got to stop their push as much as possible, probably all the way to right here on the third. Oh no, I'm stuck on the pin. Oh, there we go. Oh my god, it's so slow. Never mind. I'm just gonna... Movement speed in the spectator is so slow. Why is it like that? So silly. Now, looking at a pretty similar comp. When ain't broke, don't fix it. For both sides of the people. Let's see what happens. Now they're on the offense. Now they've got to push this cart. Give the Mustangs got any defensive strategies here? Brandon, what are you feeling? You excited? You excited to see some offense on Asgard?
Excited to see what MCC is able to do on this offense. He's going to be playing Knight on attack.
That is going to be pretty good into this group matchup. So, the Punisher was also very strong. I think it is just smarter to try and get as much as possibly can. Got Baranoids is playing aggressive on this Hella, but the Hella looks to escape immediately. The wall's off, trying to get as much damage out as possible. Placing down the Ankh. It's destroyed within seconds. Play aggressive. Bernard takes down Ratman, thanks to the help of infinite ammo from the retro. MCC's got to play it safe.
Bernard gets another kill onto Sneak. Oh, Viper just sitting up his to get dodge on
the tanks.
Yeah, off the tanks. It's already at 85%, Manning at 81% for his amplifier. My dad almost got having his ult.
The Moonlight ult is popped. It doesn't seem to get anyone though. The Strangling Pigeon is placed immediately, but the C&D ult keeps the rest of MCC alive. Popping the amplifier from both sides here. Trying to play with aggressive as much as possible.
Amplifier gets destroyed. Mustangs gonna have that Eye of Agamotto. and the Punisher ult for the use. Strangling Prison comes out for MCC. Luna ult for the Mustangs. Dog Viper getting a kill on Bernard, but he gets res as the Eye of Agamotto gets used. MCC gonna lose this fight.
Insane amount of picks here. I think he's the only one left in life, still holding on to his ultimate. Probably gonna look to the next fight or so. We do have the swap back to the Punisher. I think that's smart. That Moon Knight was a good idea, but it just ultimately not gonna work out.
Yeah, gonna get that infinite ammo back. MCC gonna have this hella ult spoke with as the Mustangs have double DPS ults of their own and are close on a rocket ult. Gonna have the Strangling Prison as it gets used instantly.
But the Groot falls for the Mustang side, most likely getting res here in the next few seconds. He does not. He staggered out. The Hell Unleashed looking to get some picks here.
Bernard, ooh, gonna get out with 1 HP. Oh, is he? Dog Viper getting 2 kills with his ult. Zyphon gets respawned by the rocket beacon.
But immediately falls thanks to Baranoid's aggressive play here. The Rocket does everything he can to salt on the point, but My Real Dad stops him with a cloak left click. That is going to be this first point in Marshalltown's favor here.
Yeah, Ratman gonna wall off that choke, preventing that.
Oh, they popped the portal though, but it's too late!
MCC gets the first point as all of the Mustangs, well, almost all of the Mustangs, jump out the portal. Sundown, the last one to come out, gonna go down to Ratman as he gets 2 kills there.
A lot of...
The rocket ult did get used by MCC, but they have this cloak and dagger ult. They have the... Ooh.
Unfortunately, getting off in the 1v1. Zyphon's got those left click monster.
They have this Straggling Prison from Ratman spoke with. They have this God of Thunder as they use the Eternal Bond.
Oh, it's a huge ult. What's he gonna look for? Get the Punisher while you can. There's not the Luna ult, but he does manage to get in the last second.
Ooh, Retro gonna get the kill, but not gonna get a kill with his ult. MCC gets rezzed with the rocket beacon. My dad just gonna go up here to the high ground. Run away. Hide as much as he can, but Zyphon gets a clean headshot.
Mustangs are doing insane in securing staggers here. Paranoise is also falling due to double tank combo, Sundown and Bada. It's looking pretty scary here for the Tigers, folks. Playing aggressive now, trying to put up those walls as much as possible. Chipping away at that turret.
Infinite ammo gets put down. Dog Viper gets a kill on Bernard, but not before Zyphon gets a kill on Sneaky. But Bernard's gonna get rezzed by that rocket beacon. Struggling Prison comes out from the Mustangs. My Real Dad goes down as well as Ratman. Dog Viper uses that punch ult. Gonna get no one with.
Ult uses from the Mustangs are preventing anything, any movement, any momentum, stopping all momentum for the Marshalltown Tigers here. Got Zyphon playing on this right side and immediately clipping off that Dark Viper.
Yeah, if MCC wants to push through this second point, they're gonna have to clear out that little alcove on the right side as Sundown uses the Eye of Agamotto, but gets no one with it. Rocket ult gets used, helping everyone stay alive.
Rose just pops his ult. It's a slam, and he takes down Bernard on the Punisher. Gonna use the CD to play aggressive here, try and destroy the amplifier as soon as possible. There it goes. Gonna play aggressive with the CD ult there. They're gonna get a big Straggling Prison, but no one is there to follow up, so they have to back out as the Luna pops her ult.
Zyphon uses his ult as well. Gonna get My Real Dad with it. MCC looking like it might have been a fight won, but now Glennon just gonna have to... And he goes down to Zyphon. MCC with under 30 seconds remaining. We'll see what their plan is. They do have the Hella ult. Not close on any other ult. Nard has his Punisher.
Most likely gonna save it to burn this hole if they do have it, or just to play aggressive with fighter. So we're looking for a right side flank here. Dark Viper getting caught out. Zyphin is behind and taking down Clannon. They've got no support as Bernard pops his ult and takes down My Real Dad. Ratman falls next.
Zyphin just on that flank, gonna get 2 kills that final fight as the clock in overtime ticks down. MCC gonna lose game 1 by a score of 2.
But looks like a very strong defense for MCC. They were not able to push this payload past the first point, and there's going to be a victory for round 1 towards the Mustang. Bada getting the MVP for the Mustang side. Look at these stats here. 29,000 damage, 62,000 damage blocked. Most kills in this lobby, tied with Bernard. An absolute slaughterfest. But yeah, that is going to be the end of round 1. Round 2, we are going back to Convergence. Let's see how the Tigers are going to look to adapt here. In the meantime, we will be taking a short break. We will see you guys here in a little. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for round 2 of MCC Gold versus Mustangs Varsity.
Mustang's gonna ban out that Wolverine yet again. MCC banning out the Magneto.
Of course, are looking like similar picks fans here. Got Central Park returning once again from the semifinals. MCC, the comeback started once they went to Central Park. So
Yeah, MCC going to protect the Cloak and Dagger yet again. Mustangs.
I was maybe looking to protect one of their divers here. Nope, they're gonna protect that Groot once again, most likely hard here. Oh, sorry, Bada here. The last game. Another ban we're looking for. I'm honestly expecting just most the same. sides. Maybe the Mustangs.
Yeah,
are
gonna
looking for something
ban
different.
out that human.
Us. Now we're gonna look at next ban for Marshalltown. Now this map is very dive heavy, which is why they are gonna keep that Psylocke ban out. Nasty. Next act. What was the last time it was Rocket last? Keep Rocket here again.
Or it could be someone else.
Someone
That
else.
infinite ammo was a bit pesky, and I would imagine that MCC doesn't want to deal with it. Protect the name more.
Yeah, just in case that dive. I have a feeling on the Mustang side, they're gonna pick up that Hella once more. Zyphon was going nasty on the Hella character.
Yeah, banning Anna here would get rid of that gamma squid. Y'all on that banner have to deal with that gamma squid.
It would also mean that MCC has to miss, and instead they're gonna look to ban the Rocket, and they're gonna ban the Venom. Okay, they're getting rid of no Spidey team up. It's just gonna be Spider-Man.
Right heroes could make all
No, they're actually gonna look at a Hella Loki. But the Spider-Man from My Real Dad, he's definitely gonna be maybe looking for a Hulk combo here with this Namor on the dive. Actually, I don't know who's attacking. I have to assume Marshalltown's attacking or defending since blue. but
And
I'm not
the
too sure.
defense is in.
Yes, that is the case here. Oh my gosh. It's gonna get a bit dry, Mr. Ken. I might have to go get water after.
Let's pop back up under their noses.
They'll be coming in 30
What?
seconds. Stay strong.
Perked up. I saw.
Because I'm watching Monday Night Raw and Sif is back. Dude, he's
Legend?
yeah. It's been a couple years since he had a match, but enough about WWE. We have a grand championship to cast.
2, 1.
So here we go. MCC looking to rebound from game number 1. They're gonna be playing Invis CD, Bucky, Strange, Groot, and Moon Knight.
Moon Knight's especially strong on this map thanks to all the high vantage points, able to get some cheeky picks, but Ratman gets insanely walled off here. He is able to help live thanks to the help of the supports, My Real Dad and Clint, 5 as much as possible. Hella once again just getting all these headshots, destroying the backline here.
Yeah, MCC able to survive for now, but we'll see how
Strange
much
flies in, but he gets
longer.
immediately dragged down, taking massive damage. The supports from the Mustang side are going to keep him alive, luckily.
Yeah, MCC gonna have to. Excuse me, MCC gonna have to be careful of these walls and Zyphon on the flank.
Zyphon once again playing this tanky Hella. He's going to look to pick off Dark Viper with the flank.
Luna ult comes out. Not Luna, the God of Mischief. Loki gonna copy the Luna and use the ult. Zyphon gonna get a kill with the stun. And MCC falling here to the Mustangs. Dark Viper just gonna stand back and wait. They have the strangling prison. They're gonna have this Moon Knight ult that they're gonna be able to combo with it.
Zyphon once again taking a insanely hard angle, going to eliminate both the DPS, allowing the rest of the Mustangs to play aggressive at first. Dark Viper knows the Groot is on him currently, and looking to kind of poke him out here. Backs away. Rest of the Mustangs team all play on the point.
Yeah, MCC going to look to use. Ooh, Ratman goes down to Bernard. He's gonna get another kill on My Real Dad. We'll see if MCC is able to respond. They get Zyphon, but is it gonna be enough?
Paranoid is caught out. Is able to survive, luckily, thanks to the supports, but those Loki wounds are going to rest of the Mustangs alive.
Ooh, Clan are gonna go down to Bernard. Not looking good for MCC.
Supports on the MCC side. They can't sustain here. They have to look to back out. Yeah, that's gonna be both Bear Noises and Ratman falling to the DPS.
Ready to put on a show.
Dark Viper falls next. Sneaky
Brandon-
popping his ult in order to survive, but he doesn't last very long. This Central Park is turning into a disaster for Marshalltown.
Yeah, my real dad and Clan are just gonna back up here. Not much you can as two supports versus a entire team.
Now we do have the Strangling Prison and the Namor ults online for Marshalltown, or from the Mustangs, so they're most likely going to look to use those in unison. He's a group out on that bottom right. He's going to look to pop his ult immediately.
Clan just gonna push him away. Ooh, Dog Viper gets 2 kills with the Moon Knight. Gets a 3rd, gets a 4th kill. Ratman gonna get a kill on the Groot. Zyphon the only one remaining for the Mustangs, and he's just gonna back out.
He used a lot of ults there, both support ults, the Moon Knight ult and the Groot ult, both all are gone, leaving only this Eye of Agamotto left on the MCC side. Meanwhile, we still have a Loki ult and a Namor Kanto left on the Mustang side. Also building up to another Agamotto here. It's looking dangerous. They gotta play safe, gotta build up some ult charge here, try and get as much picks as they possibly can. Pretty stale right about now. Go to someone a bit more close into action. Sundown is gonna take down Dark Viper. They have no Moon Knight for this fight. The Eye of Agamotto is popped, trying to save Ratman as much as possible, but the Namor ult is popped, taking down both of the tanks.
The Loki ult is also used for the Mustangs, covering that Luna, and MCC gonna fall here. MCC trying to look to reclaim this final point in a last-ditch effort.
Way too much damage here.
Ooh,
Landon unable
yeah.
to touch in the last second, and that is going to be a wrap for round 1 of map number 2. 3 minutes left on the clock. The Mustangs push it all the way to the final checkpoint. Pretty rough stuff. Our Tigers here are gonna have to look to hopefully make some swaps. They gotta catch up Zyphon. Zyphon's playing these hard angles, and they're just letting them get away with it.
Yeah, so maybe Sneaky, goes out and maybe contests that angle. Maybe he brings my real dad, O'Cannon, on that angle with him, assist with contending Zyphon. But we are gonna see Dark Viper swapping over to this Hawkeye. My real dad playing Mantis.
30 seconds before your
Most
turn.
likely look to damage versus Hawkeye, give as much power as he possibly can.
I am happy to see you too.
Hawkeye's a cool character.
We'll be in the together.
It's so weird to me that his melee can. And
Yeah,
we have the new Strange skin, which looks awesome.
the multiverse of madness.
Movie was was okay, but this was definitely one of the highlights.
To do is capture the mission area. Got it?
We go on to round 2, looking for a similar comp from the Mustangs. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, Mustangs holding up really close here to begin. Just gonna back up. Just gonna poke out these Loki clones. Build up this get going and burst for a lot of ult. Ooh, good. Sneaky gets a pick on Groot. And Strange goes up to try and contest Hella. Going to have no shield remaining. Having to back up and get healed.
Namor Squid's online from Bernard here as well. Sundown taking a good amount of damage here, but he's still left alive. The huge pull from Clannon gonna drag the Loki and the Strange out of position. Typhon flies out, but is getting picked by Sneaky. A huge left click
Invis ult gets used by MCC, but a Luna ult comes out from the Mustangs. Not before Dog Viper getting a kill on Bernard. Strangling Prison comes out for MCC. Gonna get no one with it. Another Luna ult comes out for the Mustangs. Dog Viper gonna get Retro with a nice headshot. Gonna watch some Hawkeye gameplay.
Siphon on the high ground. Sneaky once again looking to contest them, and he gets the pick. Looking to take down Bernard next. Bernard is incredibly low. We are undefeatable, says my real dad. Oh my gosh, what a shot. The Loki disappearing at the last second. Not gonna matter as Dark Viper sees right through the facade. Look to get a huge elimination. Trying to play aggressive against Bernard here. A hard angle. He does get some knife stuck in him, losing a good amount of health. But the first point is gonna go to MCC here. What a shot from downtown. Bernard gets picked off by Dark Viper on the Hawkeye.
Yet again, Ethan just going in, getting these nice arrows, being the aim god that Hawkeye is. He's going to pop this ult. He's never going to miss with it. Just going to have to keep eyes on the Mustangs. Going to get
Not a
a
whole lot of value,
charge.
but it did displace them enough. They're all stuck on the high ground. Brute does take massive damage here. They look to pop the Strangling Prison and only gets the supports. My real dad does fall, but the rest of the team is able to survive thanks to the barrier provided by Invisible Woman.
Ooh, Bernard gonna get revenge on Dog Viper. Kinda gonna go down to the Hella ult as Bernard gets another kill. And MCC gonna have to dead him.
Right. A very strong first push from MCC, not having lost a fight until just now. They've got time to readjust here. Try and look to get some picks. Gonna take out that clone. Good stuff from... Let's watch some Ratman. We haven't taken a peek at his POV for a while.
He's gonna have the Strangling Prison available. Gonna get rid of these runes. But Sundown comes in with the
Agamotto, but he's able to survive. A Strangling Prison of his own gets no one as it's blocked by the Strange, but it forces the Loki clone out, or the Loki copy out of Retro, and he's gonna use it to sustain on the Luna ult.
Dog Viper gonna go down here. Zyphon getting a kill on Sneaky. MCC going in with no DPS. Gonna have to be careful.
Try to play aggressive with this ult, but Radiant pops his. We see the Invisible Woman pop also. We Are Groot is also above the Strangling Prison from the Mustangs. It doesn't get any value though. Dark Viper popping his ult. He's trying to do as much damage as he possibly can.
Just gonna rain these arrows down on the Mustangs. Gonna get no one with it. Ooh, gonna get a headshot on Retro.
That's a huge pick. They've got no sustain. Both picks are down. But Zyphon revives Retro thanks to the team up. Bernard takes a lot of damage. Zyphon is left alone on the cart. Hell unleashed. They've got to burn it fast. And they do. That's a huge burn. Zyphon falls. Bernard falls as well. They pop the Strange portal. They're on the point they're contesting.
Mega goes down. Clannon also goes down. Kella ult gets used.
Another Loki ult from Retro gets popped.
Ooh, Sneaky gonna fall down. And the rest of MCC gonna fall down soon after as both take HP gonna go down. MCC coming up on a minute remaining on Central Pog, looking to avoid going down 2-0.
It's gonna be really tight here though. You have both support ults practically along with an Agamotto. Good. But we still have that Namor ult online for the Mustangs, so if they're able to time it with this brutal Bada has online, it could spell the end. Faranoise is going down, getting his ult canceled by Radiant.
But my real dad gonna use his own ult. Ooh, the Namor whale gonna come through. Dog Viper gonna pick, but not going to matter.
Looking to a last second portal here. It gets popped. Got 20 seconds on this clock to play aggressive. Vernoise is in alone, but they pop the ult. The invisible movement ult.
Yeah, the invisible boundary.
Keep the team alive as much as possible. Someone gets 2 huge picks with an E. Both DPS are down. Bernard does manage to fall.
We'll see who goes down next as Clannon getting the Luna. Both teams exchanging here in overtime on Central Park.
Sundown does fall, but the Retro is the only one left standing. He's gotta have to look to touch for the Mustangs here. But I don't think he's gonna. He's just gonna look to back out.
The MCC able to cap second point. They're gonna have a minute 30 heading into this final point.
The DPS do lose a little bit of ult charge here as they swapped some fast characters in the last few seconds. Trying to contest as much as possible, but it didn't really matter because the rest of the team up. And we have it, Agamotto still online. I'm waiting for the beautiful ult to be popped here from Bear Noises, aka Zach Go For.
Yeah, hearing that like a Hella or someone might be on the flank. Sundown
Strange
dropping
gets a
in.
Huge ult on Ratman, gonna take him down. Landon falls as well as Dark Viper. All of MCC is out of this fight. They've got to look to back up and regroup. The Mustangs are playing aggressive, insanely aggressive. The Groot is still pushing ahead.
Yeah, MCC coming up with just under 30 seconds remaining on Central Park. See if they are able to cap this third and final point to push it
Pushing
into the next
aggressive
round.
With the CD ult here. Ooh. It's another pick on Dark Viper. He's getting picks every single fight. This man needs to be stopped. The Strangling push him plus the Namor does get blocked by the Agamotto shield. The Ratman
Sneaky getting 2 with the Hella ult. Gonna look to get rid of Zyphon as he does.
We're in overtime here, folks. MCC's got one last stand here, but all the Mustangs need to do is win one more fight. They've got the Loki and the Hella ult online. This could be tide changers for them. Ryman playing super aggressive, getting insanely low HP, but he barely survives.
Oh, does he? He is able to get out back onto the card as the Mustangs pop the Loki ult.
Popping the Luna, gonna make that dance party last as long as possible. The Eye of Agamotto gets frozen yet
The
again.
Luna comes out. He gets 3
The
kills.
moon haunts you. But the Hella ult is out as well. The Tigers got to sustain as much as possible. And they do. That's a round 2 victory for the Tigers. Now they've got a whole... Oh, no, they have a minute. They have a minute. Okay.
They have a minute for their attack, but the Mustangs gonna have they're gonna have 4 minutes and 16 seconds for their attack.
It's going to be a long defense for our Tigers. But, you know, they were holding pretty strong near the end. It's just Zyphon took incredibly hard angle on the right side. And he was able to take on both their DPS. They got to be looking out for these corners. Zyphon's lurking just about everywhere. I mean, he's a sidewalk player, so I'm honestly not.
MCC starting out here on the attack, gonna have that minute, as I mentioned earlier, for their attack. See if they are able. We will see if they are able to get through the choke and have a pretty good attack.
Alrighty. Oh, they're on the offense this time. Okay. So they're gonna have to play super aggressive here, looking for a similar comp. I think they're gonna have to look portal early. Either that, or they're gonna have to take this first fight, die fast, and then portal on back. Really difficult here. No portal. They're just looking to play it main. In the same comps used yet again. It's all down mechanical skill.
So watch Grant, man, as he's slowly pushing up with these brute walls.
As much as possible, Bada's trying to retaliate with walls of his own. There's so many just displacements here for the Mustangs. Bada's holding on to his walls though, waiting for the right time to wall off Ratman, and the time comes. Ratman is down. They've got 20 seconds left on this clock. They're gonna have to back out, but Bear Noise is falls. I don't think NCC has enough time to make a push here.
Yeah, Bear Noise just gonna get back in time for this portal. Gonna look to portal on 2 point, but he has 5 seconds remaining for said portal. Ratman just jumping onto point, gonna force the overtime.
Way too much damage. Clinton immediately falling to Bernard's name for Siphon taking down the Dark Viper Spider-Man in the last second. Sneaky's unable to make his way to the point, and that is going to be round 3 over with an indomitable hold from the Mustangs.
Yeah, MCC. Best they can do now is look for a tie, but they are gonna have to hold this first point of Central Park for
Gonna be a rough one. We might have to see a bit of a change here. Nothing's working. Come up with some idea. The tried and true for the Mustangs has just been indomitable so far. They haven't been able to find really encounters. Perhaps if they hold this defense, they can force the tie, meaning that it's going to be a 2-1 point game. So they'll have a point, but it's not going to be. Actually, I don't think that's how it works. I think if it's a tie, no one gets a point, and then they have to again.
I don't
On
know.
map number 6.
Wow.
I've never run a tie before. I've never even seen it draw in this game.
But that is assuming MCC is able to 16 seconds.
We're gonna have to get past this. I think it's this Loki. This Loki has been doing insane work, getting ults just about every single fight.
3, 2, 1.
That's
You have to stop them from
what
securing the
happens. Yeah, they only need to get that singular tick here. Not gonna use the strange portal right away. Dark Viper getting immediate ult charge here thanks to the Moon Knight. Looking at 27% here. Facing down that off, getting a lot of chip there. For kicking off both of the Loki clones at the beginning.
Sneaky gonna get Bernard, who is playing the Moon Knight. I don't think we have seen that from Bernard, but Bear Noise gonna fall down as the rune gets
Sneaky gets
used.
a pick, though. Gonna take down Bada's Groot. Ult charge wise, Dark Viper's definitely got a huge advantage here. He's just been shredding the Mustangs as they've been trying to sustain. 92% left on that ult. Zypin looking to play aggressive once again, is playing on that high ground. Ratman is able to take out Bernard with a wall.
Yeah, Dark Viper knowing something is going up, gonna push Zyphon out. Retro does have his Loki ult, but MCC has this strangling prison and the moon.
But they're not able to use the prison as Zypin takes down both Ratman and Sneaky.
Ooh, my Dark Viper gets Retro, gets Bernard, looking to get Bada.
But it's not enough as the show has started for the Mustangs. MCC's trying to come back fast, but Bear Noise just falls. The stall is over, and that is going to be map number 2 for the Mustangs. Oh, right now. What was looking to be a stronghold ultimately fell as Zyphon once again getting 2 immaculate picks.
Yeah, unfortunate for MCC going down 2-0 as Sundown gets the MVP. Nice highlight intro with that multiverse of madness skin. But up next is Domination. See what the Mustangs ban and what MCC picks.
Yeah,
Until then, we get right back.
Bye, chat.
We are back, everyone, and we are back on Hell's Heaven. The Mustangs gonna ban Wolverine. Nothing has changed with that. But MCC gonna ban Hella out. Siphon just taking all these off angles. MCC not wanting to deal with them. Now we will see what MCC is gonna pick. Pick to protect. Here, they're gonna protect this Rocket Raccoon. We'll see. Excuse me. Again. We will see who the Mustangs choose to protect here. With the Fist Protect, gonna protect that Groot yet again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And now we will see the next bans for both of these teams. We got under 10 seconds remaining for this ban. I would probably say a Human Torch ban. Gonna keep that one the same. MCC probably looking to ban a Psylocke here. Get rid of that angler. Off angler. Hell's Heaven, a really good dive map, and there is the Psylocke ban. Now we will see who MCC protects for the second.
Oh, they banned Hella this time instead. Okay. I see on back chat. Lotta.
MCC protecting this Cloak and Dagger. Yeah. We'll see who not MC. The Mustangs choose to protect for the second pick.
Mag. Yep, they're gonna give Sundown his Magneto. Finally gonna be able to play his character. On the meantime, we're gonna see another ban. Probably gonna ban. What did they ban before? They picked Namor because they were gonna use Namor. They banned the Venom. Yep, stopping any Spider-Man shit.
See if MCC ban the Namor. Oh, they're gonna ban
Spider-Man.
Spidey.
They're just gonna ban out just about everything.
Pick your hero or villain.
Forcing
Judging.
Ivan onto a different character, it's gonna look to be okay, interesting here for sure. Okay, this is very similar to what they ran last time on Hell's Heaven. So let's see if it's going to make the cut against the main Mustang team. Are you excited? It's time.
I am excited. It is due. Oh, it is make or break for MCC here in game number 3. Down 2-0.
And back on the Frozen Factory. Look to shift the map over to the right side. We've also got this ledge over here. For a while, I thought this was like you couldn't go past this.
Anyways, MCC gonna look to roll out on a ammo with the seed, a Moon Knight, Groot, and Mag. Meanwhile, Mustangs will roll out on the same tank duo, but different backline and DPS. Gonna have that Namor and Storm, as well as that Luna and
Loki's something that's a real thorn in the Tiger's side. This Storm's an interesting how going to work against ammo combo.
Infinite ammo gets used early here by MCC. Going to have to jump up and down just to try and hit his shots. And target the Storm as Zyphon gets a kill on Dog Viper.
A lightning attack. Just playing in main, just on turret duty, trying to take down all the walls, all the Loki clones, all of the Namor turret. My Real Dad does get a pick on Retro. Could be the momentum setting for the Tigers here. We have a lot of ults already online in this first seconds.
Yeah, MCC gonna have this Moon Knight and Rocket ult, the close on the Cloak and Dagger ult. Meanwhile, the Mustangs gonna have both DPS ults. They're gonna have this Luna ult, and they are close on the Loki and the Good ult. As the Mustangs prepare for MCC to come out of this high ground. Ooh, Ratman gonna rock out of the room as the Strangling Prison comes out from the Mustangs. Gonna get 2 with that.
All of them down for the count. Practically a team wipe from them with just one ult as well. They may have taken Zyphon off his main characters, but this Storm is still chugging strong.
The MCC coming into this fight with every single ult. Meanwhile, the Mustangs are just missing that good ult. But otherwise, they're gonna have everything. They put down the amplifier. The Storm ult comes out.
Block off the Storm as much as possible. Looks to back out, trying not to get caught. Rayman playing aggressive, but he loses a lot of health. But he's gonna play in the CDE ult, but to keep him alive, the Magneto comes out. Blast!
Ooh, my real dad using that fadeaway to save everyone from the mag ult. As MCC looks to take this fight, gonna claim the point here. They get Zyphon. They're gonna get the point. But the Mustangs build up to 92%. If they just win one team fight here, it will be a game point, series point. And yeah.
Yeah. But the got that Luna ult still online, looking to sustain long fights. Do have the amplifier ready to roll, but
Moon Knight ult appears to have come out, but didn't. But the amplifier comes down. Bear Noise goes up with the mag ult, but misses. Another Storm ult comes out for the side of the Mustangs. As both teams exchanging, Dog Viper getting killed with his ult, Zyphon getting picking up a kill on Sneaky.
movement from Zyphon almost falling to Bear Noise as his Magneto clicks, but he just is able to weave past. Just Dark Viper left on this point. He's critically low. Gonna get pushed out by Bada from nowhere. I thought it was gonna be the Namor that killed him, but it wasn't.
Gonna get res. Straggling Prison gets used by the Mustangs. Ooh, but it's gonna be unable. MCC unable to stay on the point as Bear Noise goes down on the Strange. Frozen Airfield goes to the side of the Mustangs, but now can MCC capture this next point and push a game 3 to a point 3?
I'm hoping for it. I think they're just gonna look to run the same stuff here on this map. This map is definitely more dive favor. Maybe looking for which did get heavily buffed. Thank the Strange team of being able to shred a lot more damage, but without that Strange, she's still middling character. But the Namor swap is an interesting one. Look to take out that flyer. I think they have a lot of value.
Yeah, put down those squids. That man shaking that thing in the corner. Yeah, just have fun. But Ratman's gonna swap over to the Hulk. Give Dog Viper this Gamma Squid. Just gonna try and laser down the Mustangs with.
Once again, their Mustangs are hard rotating to that high ground. Looking to put their squids in a aggressive position. Gonna use that C&D ult to push ahead, but they're gonna use the Mag ult in response to take down Clannon's Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, Sneaky gonna pop the punch ult, gets no one with it. Retro appears to use his ult, but didn't. We'll see what MCC is able to do. He's gonna set up the turret. Now out comes the god of mischief, gonna copy the Luna. Sundown gets a kill on Sneak. MCC just falling apart here at the beginning of the second round.
Trying to catch out this Luna Snow, but he got caught out himself. He is able to survive, though, thanks to a huge bubble from My Real Dad. Brute is now caught out again. Gonna get bubbled and saved. Balls are just brutal here, folks. Looking for the perfect time to push. Brute is looking, Bada's looking to use that Strangling Prison once again, go big with it. And then use both the Namor and the Storm ult in unison. No, just the Namor ult.
But Ratman comes back, bit the bobble. MCC gonna get 2 kills. Ratman gonna clear out these clones, gonna try and get Retro. Just staggering out these supports. They're gonna get a bit more percent. The Mustangs are, but MCC gonna get the point. Only allowing 44%.
That's a good amount of percent to get for this range. It could definitely be a whole lot worse, like the 90s, like the 92 had on the first adjustment here. Both group walls are popped. Not gonna be able to really do anything with that.
They turned around.
Ratman is just swinging and playing aggressive as much as possible.
Yeah,
In that entirety of the Mustangs team here, Sneaky popping his ult, trying to do some big damage, but he gets canceled by Sundown's Magneto.
he does get rezzed.
Get res though, thanks to the clan and recon beacon.
Both teams trade support ults.
So popping an ult once again. Hulk
Ratman
smash!
going up with Hulk smash. Gonna try and get one of these Lunas down, but is unable to.
Entirety of the Mustangs ready for that ult and just look to immediately shred him as possible. I think he's trying to take out this Brood, but he's unable to thanks to the Loki runes keeping him alive. The Magneto ult gets popped. My Real Dad getting a pick on Zyph in the last few seconds. Paranoid is looking to stall on the point as much as possible. Dark Viper gets a pick in the retro. They have only the Luna ult for support here. Paranoid is somehow surviving. I think it's because of Clannon. Clannon is still in this fight here.
Ooh, that Luna for the Mustangs is low. Dark Viper gonna get him, but not before Bernard uses rail to get Clannon. MCC getting kills, getting picks, exactly what they need. Just trying to stay alive, waiting for the support to be back. My Real Dad is back in the fight. Zyphon.
All the point, he does get the overtime for the rest of the team, but he does end up falling. And I think the rest of the Mustangs cannot look to contest. That is going to be a map or a round 2 win for Marshalltown. They're now have the advantage here, holding on to a couple of ults here. They still got the Punisher ult. They've got the Namor ult coming online soon.
Gonna have the Cloak and Dagger ult as well.
Yeah, but the Mustangs still aren't out of it yet. They've got this mag ult to cancel that C&D. They're also building up another Loki ult once again. Retro's just absolutely dominating. We go the last round. This is do or die for your Tigers.
That's okay.
Gonna come down to all of this.
You won't run away anymore.
Okay, it's been an honor. Let's run this.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3.
All right.
I got 2.
3, 2, 1. Looking to run pretty much the exact same comp here. No
Oh
changes
my God,
whatsoever.
he's
Perhaps just a change in strategy and in mindset. MCC winning that last round is going to help their morale immensely.
Looks like the Mustangs are going to rotate over this high ground. See, going to get a rare of it as they things.
Now they're still playing on the low with the infinite ammo. That Storm is incredibly low. Ratman's trying to be as aggressive as possible. Barely getting caught up. The Namor gets caught up, but Bada falls.
Oh my God.
Ratman up here just wreaking havoc. Smith is just gonna keep throwing these punches, take down his name on the grid. As MCC is the first to capture this.
Got some good momentum here, folks. A lot of ults are online from both sides. The Loki is here, the Magneto is here, but we've got both DPS ults, but Banner gets caught out due to some well-placed brute walls from Bada. And it's gonna be the end of Ratman on his first life.
Infinite ammo gets used by MCC. The Punisher ult gonna come through, but Sundown gonna slam dunk on Sneaky. It's gonna get res. That mag ult leads to a free CD ult for my real dad. No one gonna die to that
Namor or Fish. Formal gets no kills either, but Baranoids is incredibly low. My dad is doing his best, but he does end up falling to Zyphon. Both support ults were popped. Both Lunas were dancing. They've got 68% on this point. Counting, they're going to end it at 69 as the Mustangs take this point. Looking to stagger out this. It's going to take a little while for Ratmans to come back and regroup with his team.
Yeah, that's going to a little bit more percentage for the Mustangs, but MCC really good first hold of this point.
Abada's holding on to that griddle once again. He's going to look to do some major damage here. You've got the infinite ammo looking to shred anyone as much as possible. Ratman flies in. They've got the
Straddling prison comes down. Sneaky gets a kill onto Zyphon.
The amplifier gets popped by Clannon, keeping the rest of the team alive in that prison.
Namor comes out from Dog Viper, gonna get the Luna. Ratman getting the mag. He's gonna get the Loki as well.
The Mustangs have no supports. It's just Bada on this point looking to stall. He falls to the swings of Ratman the Hulk. That is going to be a fight one for MCC. I think this could just be it. This could be the end of it all.
MCC does have this Punisher ult and the CD ult, but Mustang gonna have the mag ult soon. This Namor ult.
A mag ult to kill any upcoming ults. Bernard does get a pick on Sneaky. They're not going to be able to use this. My real dad falls as well. Zyphon pops his ult as well. This was the last few minutes. They had to do something. I don't know about Baranoids' ult. It's not going to look to get anybody. He's just stalling on point for nothing. And he goes down, and that is going to be a fight one for the Mustangs. We're in the last few seconds here. Marshalltown has to just win one fight in order to claim this victory on Hell's Heaven.
Now, Marshalltown did use both of their ults last fight, but they are going to have this incredible Hulk ult as they contest this high ground. The Mustangs taking over.
I mean, immediately getting shredded. Has to look to escape here. Looking to re-engage, perhaps popping his ult in a little bit. Oh, we see the Namor ult gets 3 huge picks.
Ooh, Redman uses his ult. Not sure it was a smart idea, but he did use it. Overtime does get forced as MCC, as Dog Viper captures this point. Baranoids gonna portal back here. Mustangs getting close to capturing this point, and they are. The Mustangs gonna win the first ever Grand Championship for the Marvel Rivals here in the NJCAAE National Tournament. MCC second place though. Nothing to be sad about, but the Mustangs going to take home that first place.
That was a nail biter near those last few seconds, but unfortunately, a huge Namor Brute combo was gonna give the Mustangs the victory there as Bada gets MVP for the round.
Yeah, so congratulations to the Mustangs for getting first place. MCC does fall in the championship. We do have some shout outs here before we end. We got Race for the Kids taking place on Saturday, July 26th. It's a charity Mario Kart at Emerson. More information on its way. And then we got the Esports Summer Camp on Monday, August 4th, and Tuesday, August 5th. We got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Overwatch 2, and returning this year, we got Rainbow Six Siege, as well as newcomers, Marvel Rivals, and Rocket League. We'll also take a quick moment, shout out our sponsors.
Yes, so shout out to the Marshalltown Company, Hellberg's Jewelers, the Marshalltown Chamber of Conference, and Mechdyne for sponsoring the program. We appreciate all your supports. Shout outs to all of you for tuning in for this Marvel Rivals Grand Finals. Shout outs to the gold team. We've got Ethan Hassan, Ethan McGurr, Andrew Goforth, Zachary Goforth, Sam Gravy, and Elijah Powell. Good stuff from the gold team. And thank you all so much for watching. That's going to be an end for us. Tune in to the Fortnite stream. I'm pretty sure they're still in action on the YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for some Super Smash Brothers as we wrap up the D2 bracket. And we will see you guys there.